Here we go now.
We all have busy lives, and I know especially around the holidays, cooking, cleaning, shopping, returning gifts makes it even busier. So why not make it a lot easier when it comes to preparing your meals in just 2 minutes? Our friends over at Factor Meals are back here again to sponsor today's live recap. And they have actually some good news, especially for those that have New Year's resolutions to lose weight. Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that makes eating, well, easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes so that you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Why not lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals based on randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto? Results will vary depending on diet and exercise. And as always, we've gotten you a deal. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/Kempire50 off and use code Kempire50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code Kempire50 off at factormeals.com/Kempire50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. More information on Factor Meals and your discount will be available in the description. Now let's get back to the show. Happy New Year, guys. Welcome back to the Kempire channel. You're still your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. This is a very informal live. I like to do everything professional, so I got a little stuff in here. But last night we went live on our TikTok to just kind of gather some of the top stories, the highs, the lows of 2024. And of course, we had to start off this live with Cat Williams. Cat Williams had to be the prophet of 2024, but I think Cat was just already pointing out what was in the stars for 2024, and that was a lot of stuff coming to light. And we lost a lot of our faves in 2024. I'm sure a lot of you lost people in your lives in 2024, but you probably also gained. You gained knowledge, gained a couple of pounds. It's okay. It's all right. But before we get to this, I do want to say a shout out to those of you affected in Louisiana by what happened on Bourbon Street, to the lives that were lost, to the families that are hurt on this New Year's Day. We send our love and prayers to you. We send our love and prayers to anyone that lost someone in 2024 or last night as well. But as I always say, when we talk about death, we are reminded as the ones that are still here, it is a reminder to all of us to live more fully, okay? All right, 2024. First of all, happy Capricorn season, because the Capricorns aren't like, the Leos or like the Sagittariuses saying it's my season. They're not going to do it, so I'm going to do it for them because I have a Leo moon. Okay, so happy Capricorn season. Shout out to anyone celebrating a birthday or will be celebrating a birthday during this season. We appreciate the Capricorns of the channel as well. We appreciate all the signs, but it's Capricorn season, so let's show them love. Okay, so show them love in the live chat. Okay, so where do we even begin? Where do we even begin in regards to what happened in 2024? As we started this live, we had to. I mean, if anything, if we did do a countdown in regards to the top people of 2024, Cat Williams would have to be at the top and at the bottom of the list because I feel like he jump started this year, but he was a part of the conversation throughout the year. He also had a very successful tour in 2024. Well, he already had successful tours. However, I'm sure him doing this Club Shay Shay interview only catapulted his stardom because people continue to talk about Cat Williams anytime more things and more celebrities were exposed. But I know we cover pop culture here, but we also have a community here. I want to hear from you guys, and along with the replay crew, what were your top moments of 2024 for you personally? And a lot of you had to remind me of my top moments. I almost forgot some of my moments from this year. So we also celebrated 500,000 subscribers here on the channel this year. Come on. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Still haven't moved my soundboard. In 2025, I will. Okay, in 2025, I will. Okay, we celebrated 500,000 subscribers. We also did a tour, an in-person tour. The Kempire After Dark live experience was birthed. We had a sold-out show in New York City. We then had a sold-out show in Washington, D.C. We're coming back to Washington, D.C. this month. In just like 3 weeks, we'll be in D.C. So if you haven't gotten your tickets for that show, go get your tickets. Then we went to Boston, we went to Philly, we went to Nashville, we went to Atlanta, we went to Los Angeles, and then we went across the pond, to our friends over in London. We had a fantastic time meeting all of you. Hearing your stories about what this channel has meant to you over the last 4 years since the pandemic has been so important for continuing to give me the strength to continue to do what we do here on the channel and other platforms. Because, we're not just here on YouTube. Hey, Facebook, hey, Twitch, hey, Twitter, hey, TikTok. So if you're not following us in those places, you should. Because like I said, last night we were live on TikTok. We were live here on YouTube, but at different times. And we had different conversations. So make sure you're following us there. Okay. All right. Where do we even begin, though? Where do we even begin? So, again, I want to hear from you guys in regards to what were your top moments of 2024 and what are you looking forward to in 2025? I know it's cliche. People are probably at the gym today. People say, I want to lose weight. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I also don't think there's anything wrong with if you fall off the goal. Don't think that because it's not the new year and it's May that you can't get back on the horse. You can. And you will, all right? And I don't necessarily have any concrete resolutions like that. I am fleshing out, and today might be my day where I flesh out some of the goals I have for 2025. But will I be telling you my goals? No. And some of you need to stop telling all your business too, okay? Some of you need to stop telling all your business and your goals because people will talk you out of your goals because of their own insecurities. Stop letting people talk you out of things that you want to do. So stop telling people everything. That includes your partner. Sorry, partners. That includes your best friend. Sorry, best friends. Okay? So stop telling everybody what you have planned. Y'all know, a lot of times, y'all only know what's happening when it's happening with me. That's a important thing to know, especially working in entertainment, because I can't tell you the amount of things that were supposed to be coming and supposed to be happening that never happened. And luckily, I never said anything to you guys. Okay? London's a perfect example. We were supposed to be in London in October. London didn't happen till December. Things happen. Stop telling people all your business, okay? Until they're actually happening, okay? Okay. Oh, excuse me. Mama Ali said I lost a lot of weight, almost 80 pounds in 2024. First of all, losing weight in general is hard. So the fact that you lost 80 pounds, congratulations to you. Everyone big up Mama Ali, one of our King's Guards. Shout out to our King's Guards. They hold us down. They make everything so much easier in the live chat for all of us. So make sure you say thank you to them. They were riding with us, for the last few years, but definitely in 2024, they're always here. Shout out to Foxy. Shout out to Judy. Shout out to Sister on the Move. Shout out to all Philly John. If I missed you, it's not intentional. I don't see you right now. So you know what I mean? But shout out to all of you that hold us down. And shout out to our subscribers. We appreciate you guys as well. If you lost some weight, maybe you lost an actual partner. dead weight in your life? I want to know. I want to know about it. I will be dropping the call in link for you guys to share your thoughts and some of the top moments for you. So last night, I went live on TikTok, and this will not be in any order, okay? I'm going to leave some of the ones that I know were the top moments of 2024. And when I say top, doesn't mean that they were good moments, okay? Doesn't mean that they were good moments. But we know that those were probably the shifters of 2024. Oh, see, look, Adrian says, "You're right, Kemp. I can be a chatty Cathy," laughing out loud. I think all of us are, in a way, because we're so excited about, oh my God, I have this amazing idea. And then someone gets in your head. And this is not to poo-poo on the people in your lives. It's not to poo-poo your husbands or your best friends or your girlfriends. It's more so they're putting on you their own insecurities, their own issues about not achieving their own goals and dreams onto you, and they don't even realize that they're doing it. So it's just sometimes better to kind of keep it to yourself. Not all of us have a Gail, okay? Shout out to Gail King. Not all of us have an incredible friend like Gail that's always rooting for you despite what's going on in their lives. Not all of us have a Gail. I mean, a handful of us might have a Gail. If you have a Gail, let us know who your Gail is, okay? All right. Where do I even begin? We came up with such a list, and there were so many moments. So many moments. First of all, rest in peace to some of the people that passed in 2024. And the list just keeps going in the last couple of weeks of 2024. So this is just a rough list. We might miss some folks, and I apologize if we miss anyone, okay? Quincy Jones passed away, all right? Frankie Beverly, O.J. Simpson, just a couple of days ago, former President Jimmy Carter, Carl Weathers, Liam Payne, James Earl Jones, Tito Jackson, just a couple of weeks ago, Nikki Giovanni, Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth, can I be honest with you guys? Okay, 2025 is my year of not giving this is our villain era. Shout out to all the people, all the signs. Taurus, we're in our villain era. I'm just going to say what I want to say. I thought Dr. Ruth was dead already. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I did, but she died this year. Dr. Ruth. Chris Christopherson, Greg Gumbel just passed away. Phil Donahue, godfather of Daytime Talk. Maggie Smith, Richard Simmons, Donald Sutherland, Bob Newhart, Kiki Jabari, from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because I remember that we talked about that when I was in Nashville, right, Nashville? See, okay, I wasn't by myself, thank God. Some of y'all already thought Dr. Ruth was dead, sorry. We're sorry, Dr. Ruth, may you rest in peace, but we all thought, look, all right? Why in the hell did I put Jeezy and Jeannie Mai under this list? I think that was an accident. They're still with us because Jeannie was on, she was on hosting one of the shows. It was ABC with Ryan Seacrest. Let me put this back up here. But that happened this year, okay? The death of their marriage. Maybe that's why I put it there. Look, maybe that's why I put it there. Jonathan says, well, their relationship is dead. And they're still going back and forth. Wait, hold on. Someone said Chris Christopherson's been dead for years. Who in the... John Amos? John Amos died? Oh, thank you. Mama Ellie says, giving me permission to be villain in my 2025. Thank you. Someone on TikTok gave me that name last night. Okay. Anyways. Rest in Shelley Duvall. Matthew Perry. I said Tito Jackson, right? Wow. A lot of people passed away in 2025. Hold on. I have another list of folks. Hold on. Let me pull up my list. So I told you already, Quincy Jones. Let me go to my... Hold on. We said Greg Gumbel. Okay. Art Evans. Got about him. Ricky Henderson. Alpha Anderson. Shout out to The Root. We said Nikki Giovanni. Judith Jameson, Tony Todd. Oh my goodness. Prince's sister, Tyka Nelson, passed away just a few weeks ago. David Harris, DJ Clark Kent, Fat Man Scoop. Remember Fat Man Scoop? Oh, man. Oh, man. Wanda Smith. Oh, I forgot about Wanda Smith. Sissy Houston. OMG. We lost a lot of great people. John Amos. Wow. Wow. Let me see. Who else? I mean, quite a few other people. We mentioned Frankie Beverly. James Earl Jones we mentioned. Oh, Rich Homie Quan. Wow. Oh, the man with the cookies. Come on now. Wally Amos. Wow. Okay. Chino XL. I'm not familiar. Erica Ash. I know a lot of people were putting up memorials to Erica Ash. Let me see. Who else did I have on this list? Sheila Jackson Lee, Congresswoman. Oh, Kobe Bryant's father, Joe Bryant. Damn. Wow. Lots of people. Bill Combs. Oh, Bill Cobbs. Wow. We lost a lot of people. Willie Mays. Goodness. Okay. I'm just going through my list to see if there's anyone else that I wanted to mention. Oh, Marion Robinson, Michelle Obama's mother. Damn. We lost a lot of people. Okay. I just wanted to run through this list really quickly just to see. Oh, Mandisa. Remember Mandisa from American Idol? Okay. All right. Whew. Okay, I know I didn't want to start off this live with sad news, but is death really sad? I told you it's a reminder to the living to live more fully. All right. Moving on. First of all, I'm going to mention you know how they usually do honorable mention? This is dishonorable mention. Donald Trump. You have to mention him. He's going to be on the list for 2024. He was reelected after losing an election and being impeached twice and being convicted. And then recently it was updated that his appeal against the woman that he SA'd, he has to pay her the $5 million. Okay. He's a part of the dishonorable mention. Okay. Jussie Smollett had a win this year. Okay. He appealed his conviction and won. So he's part of dishonorable mention. Somehow someone mentioned Martell Holt. Martell Holt really, some of you don't even know who that is. But I'm going to mention him. Okay. Okay. Martell Holt, dishonorable mention. All right. Okay. And yes, we don't normally talk about politics here. However, politics is definitely a part of pop culture, especially when you have such an important election. So Kamala Harris has to be a part of 2024. She was, President Joe Biden fell out of the race 3 months before the actual election, and she jumped on in and sparked a revolution. She didn't win, but for 3 months, for what she was able to do, she's got to be a part of this list. So congratulations to Kamala Harris in achieving what she achieved. Okay. We already mentioned Jeezy and Jeannie Mai and their divorce. Lord. Look. Scotty G says, I forgot Trump was impeached twice. We've been living a long life. Yeah, we lived through a lot in the last few years. All right. But yeah. All right. So I'm just going to go through my list. Again, this is not in chronological order. It's just something that TikTok and I were talking about last night on some of the biggest moments of 2024. We're now in 2025. For those that are just joining us, Happy New Year. Hope all is well. I want to say congratulations to my fellow Taurus, Shabuzi. He had the biggest single of 2024, a bar song. So for those that haven't listened to it and haven't gotten to Shabuzi, you probably did because you listened to Cowboy Carter. All right. After he was on Cowboy Carter, it just seemed like it was up from there. But it was up for all Tauruses in 2024. Okay. Celine Dion. Since we're talking about music, Celine Dion made a reemergence after announcing that she had that I can't even think of the word. Not disabling. I can't speak. Look, 2025. Okay, we're gonna get it together. But you know what I mean. When she put out that documentary, and she talked about that, she made a reemergence in the public sphere. We hadn't seen her in a couple of years since she made that announcement. Okay. So she had to be a part of the list. The fact that she was back. J Hud and Common, Jennifer Hudson and Common, they announced their relationship this year. Thank you so much, Latoya. I was like, where's the word? Where's the word? There we go. Debilitating. There we go. I'm thinking disabling. I'm like, no, it's not disabling. Debilitating. Thank you. Dr. Payne, thank you for being a member for 38 months. That is huge. She says, Happy New Year all, and my BFF in my head, Kempire. Thank you, Dr. Payne. We appreciate your support. Okay. Teresa, Celine Dion sang the heck out of that song at the Olympics. We have to talk about the Olympics in 2024. That was a huge moment. How did you guys feel about the Olympics this year? Do you feel like Paris did I think their opening ceremony was so different than any other opening ceremony that I've ever seen. Was it my favorite? I mean, it's hard to even remember some of the ones. These things happen every 4 years. But it was an interesting, different one. Like they surprised me. Okay. Vlog with Nominally says, J Hud's still with that man. Yes, they came out with their relationship. Who knows how long they were dating before that? Okay. Catherine said it was forgettable. The Olympics? Damn. Okay. I know a lot of people did not like the Olympics because of one part of it where it was sort of like the Last Supper depiction. Okay. That part didn't stand out to me, but fine. Shannon Sharp. So Shannon Sharp started off the new year with Cat Williams. He was already doing very well with his podcast and his YouTube channel. But then later in the year, Shannon Sharp accidentally went live on Instagram while he was in an intimate moment with a woman. Okay, with a woman. We still don't know who that woman is, right? We never found out who it was, right? Did we know her name? So we had that weird moment of 2024. But okay, fine. Since we're talking about sports, Super Bowl, it was announced that Kendrick Lamar would be the halftime show performer, headliner, which we'll get back to Kendrick Lamar because he had a huge 2024. But Lil Wayne and All the Young Money basically lost it on social media saying it should be Lil Wayne. It became a huge hot topic. Oh, this should be Lil Wayne's moment, not Kendrick Lamar's. Then some of you guys saw a recent performance of Lil Wayne. You're like, maybe he shouldn't. Maybe he shouldn't perform at the halftime show. Okay. Sidebar. I can't remember his name, but you guys will remind me. The guy that won the Heisman, and then you said his girlfriend doesn't like him. I saw that, didn't he just sign to Lil Wayne's sports agency? Yeah. I was like, oh, that's like that. I was like, that's the guy that they were talking about on the channel. All right. So Lil Wayne crashed out over this. He's since gotten to terms that he won't be performing at the halftime show. But I'm pretty sure that Lil Wayne is going to make an appearance at the halftime show. I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick Lamar is going to bring him out in some shape or form. Just because he was boohoo over it. Mind you, this is not the first time that the Super Bowl has been held in New Orleans. So I'm kind of interested. Why now was he upset? Anyways, so we had that moment. Again, this is not in chronological order, but since we're talking about hip hop, Remy Ma, there were rumors that, Travis Hunter. Thank you, Kimberly. Travis Hunter. Yes, thank you. That's the guy that looks, for those that don't know, Travis Hunter is the footballer that won the Heisman Trophy, and his girlfriend allegedly doesn't like him. And a lot of you have seen examples of how she does not like him. And she probably is just there for the money, the shmoney. Who knows? Anyways, sports. But Remy Ma. So that blew up. Like, that was a rumor throughout the year that Remy Ma had cheated on Papoose, and everyone was like, how could you cheat on Papoose after he had been with you for so long while you were, doing a bid? But Papoose never said anything. Only till like last month. Not even last month. Oh yeah, it was last month. It's January 1st now. Last month, when it all exploded on social media. Papoose got a new girlfriend. The girlfriend is a boxer, professional boxer. She's got a movie out right now that I heard is really, really good. But Remy was, blowing up on social media, talking about how he's cheating. Then Papoose finally confirmed what we all already knew. Oh, she'd been cheating with that other man, and then he had beat him up at one particular point. Y'all remember? Team Remy Ma or Team Papoose? Let me know in the live chat. Replay crew, do the same. Those of you watching on TikTok and Twitch and Twitter, Team Papoose or Team Remy Ma? I feel like I see both. I never really feel like people are all Team Papoose or all Team Remy Ma. I think we're definitely not Team the other people that are involved. Okay? Exactly. The Remy Ma situation was a mess. Yes. Creme Brulee says, is the movie that Ryan Destiny about her? Yes. And I heard that Ryan Destiny did an amazing job in the movie. Okay, Team Papoose, Pap. All right, Hey Zay says Team Remy, Team Papoose. See, it's so split. Poppy says, I could be Team Let That Go. Rahina says, I don't know what team I'm on. Me either. Honestly, based off the timeline of things of 2024, Remy was out there, according to the streets, the first one cheating. And Papoose has really kind of like not said anything until recently. But then again, we don't know what happened. Okay, we don't know what happened. Amy says, Team Pap. Remy looks nice though. Tina B says, Team Pap, she's so self-centered. Oh, Dina says, I'm Team Clarissa. She can do better. Clarissa's the boxer who has the movie out right now that no one's talking about. That could have been the worst timing for her, because you don't want to be the other woman when you're trying to promote a movie about your life and your story, which is incredible. Okay? Someone said I should do a poll. Hold on. Let me do a poll, because sometimes it's so split that I can't even tell what team you guys are on. So let me do a poll. You're right. Let me do a poll, and then we'll move on. For those that are just joining us, we are celebrating the highs and lows of 2024. You have to remind me of some of those highs and lows, but I have a pretty good list that we put together on TikTok last night. And if you missed it, we counted down 2024 together live here on YouTube as well. Be sure to check out that in the replay. Jasleen says, I'm Team No One. Should I give that as an option? No, you have to choose. Everyone has to choose. I'm not giving team none of the above. Nope, you have to choose. Which team are you on? Team Remy or Team... You have to choose or don't vote. Look, you have to choose. Team Remy or Team Papoose. What the hell are we talking about? What are their real names? What are their real names? Okay. All right. So, some other things that happened in 2024. Again, not in chronological order. The drones over New Jersey. The drones over New Jersey. We never got to the bottom of what that was. Moonlight says, Kemp, you have to do team neither. Nope. You have to choose. You have to choose. The drones over New Jersey. Okay. We never got to the bottom of what that was. We had political representatives demanding the federal government explain what is going on. We never figured out what that was. A lot of people said that it was the aliens. Look, I don't know. We still don't know what that was. Okay. Around the same time, Young Thug, Young Thug was in the news. You know, he was in the news for the last couple of years for those RICO charges. Well, he's now gotten his freedom, and then someone dropped the receipts in regards to some of the conversations that he was having behind bars with the other woman, his twin. Twin, where have you been? Nobody. Sorry. Okay. But Young Thug is free. He can't go to Atlanta, free, willy-nilly. He has to, I guess, get approvals before going to Atlanta, but he can't be there. All right. Mariah the Scientist forgave him. She spent Christmas with him and probably, kissed him at midnight. N-Dub says Bethany Frankel is the new drone expert. Was the reality TV reckoning in 2024? I don't know if we ever clarified that. We had a lot of moments with Bethany Frankel in 2024. A lot of moments. A lot of different moments. Okay. Lexi says no New Jersey jokes. Everyone's like, why New Jersey? Okay. Jermaine, you're right. I saw Maxwell in 2024. Did not realize how amazing he is live. I also went to the Queen's, what was it called? The Queens of R&B tour with all of those acts. That was a really great show. The show, though, Escape in SWV reality show wasn't in 2024. I know someone asked that last night on TikTok as well. If we're talking about concerts, we have to say congratulations to Chris Brown. He sold out two stadiums in South Africa. Well, 2 shows in South Africa at the same stadium. 2 sold out shows. There was like 94,000 people. They called it the Breezy Bowl. That was pretty huge, and I sparked a lot of conversation because people are like, who says that Chris Brown is canceled? All the people in the industry that continue to deny him from performing at their award shows. Just saying. I know there are a lot of people that still listen to Breezy music. I know a lot of people that still go to his concert. He did have a successful tour as well. Pretty Pink Survivor says Lauryn Hill was late again. Yes. We also had that lawsuit from Damn, we had a lot of stuff happen in 2024. Pras sued Lauryn Hill, and then Lauryn Hill read him for filth on social media. Pras is facing federal jail. Okay. Lord. We also had drama between Tia and Tamara, but it wasn't really like drama. It just made us all kind of go, wait, what's happening? Because, Tia released her own reality show, and they had released a trailer, and the way it was released, it made us think, wait, is there trouble between the twin sisters? Only for Tia to continue to downplay it and just make things worse. Did we forget about that? We didn't? Did we also forget that, speaking of reality television, that Tamar Braxton got married to Bang Yang Yang Man and also got a divorce in 2024? She's been kind of quiet since then, but she did post on social media. She wanted to remind people that it's Happy New Year and not Happy New Year's. And I said to self, is Tamar the one to give correction on English? Anyways, okay. We also ended 2024 with Ashley Braxton, her niece, coming out saying that one of her aunts does not talk to her anymore after one of their husbands inappropriately texted her when she was 16 years old. She opened up about that. She doesn't even live in the United States. I've seen since then other interviews that she's done where she talked about the abuse in her household from her father, her mother, her stepmother. She talks about that in previous interviews. So she's been through a lot, but she left the country like 10 years ago. A lot of people have speculated that it was Trina Braxton and Gabe was the husband at the time. because there was a comment where someone said that they think it was them, and Ashley Braxton liked that comment. I mean, it tracks. It tracks. But as you know, Gabe has now left this planet. So, then there's that. Okay. What else happened with the Braxton's reality show? We had for those that missed it, we did recap that show. Okay, Bridget says, yes, where's the good news? I have some good news. Hold on. We started off the show with some good news. Okay? All right. Anyways, so we had, let me see, where was I? Oh, the Braxton series that we recapped. There was a lot of stuff that went on with that. We didn't expect it to take the turn that it took, and then the drama between the family about Tracy Braxton and her husband in regards to his relationship with the family. Jocelyn, I completely forgot. I don't know how we forgot about that, but it feels like every year there's drama between Cardi B and Offset. And I feel like in 2025, we will continue. Look, we will continue to have some sort of drama between Cardi B and Offset. And I wish that we didn't. Joy says 2024 felt like 10 years. It did. It did. Okay. All right. For those that wanted some good news, okay, we'll give you some good news. The Wicked movie is now available for buying and streaming, okay? The Wicked movie. Congratulations to Wicked. They broke all kinds of box office records. We had so many interviews between Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. I bought the movie. I have not seen it in theaters, but I'm going to pretend like I'm going to watch it in theaters, and I'm going to watch it today, okay? But congratulations to the Wicked movie. So many people that have gone to see it said they have gone to see it multiple times, and they want to go see it again. All right. Joe says, did Kempire buy the sing-along version of the movie? Hell no. Unless that comes automatically with it. It was $30, but you probably paid that much in order to see it in theaters anyway. Jocelyn, that was some more good news. First of all, a couple of good news in regards to Denzel Washington. First of all, he's had a really good career, and he's celebrating. He announced that he's going to be in Black Panther 3. He was also baptized, and he's done so many different things. He's just done so many different things in regards to his career, and I feel like this is sort of like his last lap in regards to this before he retires. Because he did confirm this year that he is going to retire, and he only has a couple of last movies that he's going to do. Okay, and they're all with black directors. Okay, all right. Catherine said the world blessed us with Aaron Pierre. Okay, all right. Okay. Didn't expect that, but yeah, we'll go with that. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with you. Okay. All right. Well, Simon and Portia. So we knew that there was a reboot coming when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Portia came out and revealed that, who said that Portia Williams was returning, only for her just a few weeks later to announce, yes, she's getting a divorce from Simon Guobadia. So throughout 2024, we had nothing but Simon and Portia going back and forth in court, and she had a little bit of a victory so that she could film in the home that they shared together. He's now still trying to fight that, even though filming has wrapped for Atlanta. But I'm guessing she's trying to secure that for next year. I don't know. But we did see the reunion of Frickin' Frack in 2024. Did you care? I didn't. But since we're talking about that, I thought we should mention it. Speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, we also had Kenya Moore drop off early in the season because of, according to sources, according to Kenya, she held her Kenya Moore hair care spa launch, and she shared these poster boards of her fellow co-star Brittany Edie, and that started all kinds of rumors of what had been playing out between the two. Did Brittany Edie threaten Kenya? Kenya then, maybe like a few weeks ago, came out and did some interviews confirming that she did in fact do that, but she was trying to protect herself. She was trying to protect herself. We still don't know whether or not Kenya will be at this year's reunion for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can pretty much venture that she will be, but we won't see a lot of Kenya in the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But since we're talking about Atlanta, we did see that Nene Leakes made a return to NBC Universal after suing them for discrimination, and they had been in mediation for years, it felt like at this point, but it seems as if, based on what we saw, the fact that we saw Nene Leakes working with E, which is under the umbrella of NBC Universal, which also owns Bravo, the fact that we saw her there said to me they came to some sort of settlement. She would not be on one of their platforms in the middle of a legal situation. So that said to me there was some sort of settlement. I don't know, monetary agreement, I don't know. But, there have been rumors, she received a $50 million settlement. I was like, gosh, she's still in mediation. She didn't receive a settlement. Okay? So, Nene Leakes, I feel like in 2025, we're not going to see her on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I feel like we're going to see more of her working with NBC Universal. We're going to pretend like Zeus and Nene never happened. Okay? Can we pretend like that never happened? That never happened. I'm sure Nene, when you ask her about it, she'd be like, what? What are you talking about? That never happened. Since we're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kim Zolciak Biermann finally had to move out of her Georgia mansion. And if you follow me on social media, I posted on an Instagram story the original video she posted when she was walking through that house, talking about people saying that she sold her home and that she's not going to be living in her home. She was like, well, what you guys going to say when I'm here for Christmas or this or that? Well, she has since moved out. Her daughter posted on social media, the sad video of her childhood home. And some of you said, it's not my childhood. It's not her childhood home. She was there since she was like a little girl. Just saying. So we had that moment that the Biermann, okay, we had a few moments. We had a lot of body cam footage of them constantly calling the police to their home, those poor kids. We've had a lot of rumors. Did Kim cheat? Are they divorcing? Are they not divorcing? Doesn't look like they can afford a divorce. Do we know where they are now? Are they all under the same roof? Are they under the same roof? Like, where did they move to? Well, they finally lost that home, which is really sad because I believe they bought that home for like $800-something thousand, and then they were selling it for millions. I'm not sure how much it was sold for, if it was sold already. Not sure. I've really checked out of Kim Zolciak and everything. Jazz says, bye, wig. Exactly. Sunchera says, does Croy work? I don't know. He was her assistant at one point. Okay. He was a football player. And apparently he had, some money in the bank, but that's according to Kim. So I'm not sure how true that is. Okay. Not sure how true that is. Teresa says, Croy's mama tried to tell him. Since we're talking about Real Housewives, we have to talk about the Real Housewives in 2024. We have to give it to Mary Cosby. For me, Mary Cosby is the most valuable player of 2024 when it comes to Real Housewives. I did not expect it because what we've seen of Mary Cosby on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she doesn't do a lot. Like that last season that she was on, she just was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going in. No, I'm not doing that. But this season, Mary Cosby is doing all the activities. She's making friendships. I love her bond with Angie. She's giving us a real story with her son, Robert Jr. Mary Cosby really showed up. For me, of the entire series this year, Mary Cosby was definitely the MVP, not just of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but of the franchise. She definitely was. We also had Real Housewives of New York in 2024, and I know we're all trying to forget. That might have to fall under dishonorable mention. Just saying. We have to give it as a cast, as a whole, we've got to give it to, it's a tie. It's a tie for me. And you guys will let me know. Real Housewives of Orange County and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City win for me as the best cities of 2024. I have to give it to them. They both had perfect seasons. And I know Salt Lake City's not over, but they have not missed all season. Orange County, from beginning to end, perfection. Perfection. Okay. Anything else that I wanted to mention in regards to Real Housewives? What else happened this year with Real Housewives? We had way too many Real Housewives. We had a lull in 2024. We didn't have BravoCon this year. We also had a lull in regards to Housewives programming for Bravo. Okay. And Joe says, I don't know about perfect. This is my opinion. You can have your opinion. I have my opinion. When you have your YouTube channel, you can say, oh, I don't think it was perfect. Don't start with me. It's 2025, my villain era. Hold on. Don't start with me. Look, don't start with me. Okay. Yeah, so there was a lull in regards to Real Housewives during 2024. And then all of a sudden, towards the end of the year, we had like 5 and 6 shows on at the same time. Karen Huger, we started off Potomac season like she wasn't showing any accountability. Then she got convicted of 5 of these 6 charges. Then we saw the body cam footage. Patricia says, is Salt Lake City worth binging? Yes. I mean, technically, you could probably skip season 3. It was like their worst season. It was their worst season. But season 1 and season 2 and season 4 and now season 5, it's worth binging. It's worth binging. But Karen Huger. I mean, the fact that Karen knew about that video footage, and still decided to play this the way that she played it on the show, and then in court, take it to court. I also don't think that she felt like that body cam footage was going to be released to the public. Again, I think that's where her attorneys failed her as well. That information wasn't leaked. That was like, you can get that information. So they didn't advise her there because honestly, I would have been like, if I was her attorney, you do know that this information could get out to the public. Like this footage could get out to the public. But here we are. Now we've seen it. And now they're supposed to film Real Housewives of Potomac's reunion soon. Very soon. Probably before her sentencing, which is at the end of this month. Speaking of Potomac, guys, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience will be returning. We will be returning to Washington, D.C. on Friday, January 24th. Taria Faison from What Else Is Going On podcast will be our MC. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Lots to talk about because I can only imagine what's going to play out between now and that show, from Hot Topics to Real Housewives of Potomac. Speaking of Real Housewives of Potomac, and honestly, I'll probably put them under dishonorable mention. Mia Thornton has confirmed that her and Ink are no longer together. Hold on. Let me read the statement. I know I wasn't going to even read the statement, but I'm going to read the statement. Please hold. Look, please hold. Here's her statement. So first of all, she posted a picture of her and Gordon talking about new chapters and new blessings. And I was like, this woman dragged this man throughout the entire season. She dragged him. Kept on using his mental health as an excuse. Literally in this last episode. Now she wants to paint the different narrative now that she's broken up with Ink, that all is good. I wouldn't be surprised next season if she's trying to convince us that her and Gordon are working on their issues. So Mia released a statement, okay? And she's no longer following Ink, and he's not following her. So I guess it wasn't amicable, but this is what she says. She's like, Ink is my best friend and perfect in so many ways, but I've decided to focus on my children and maintaining a healthy co-parenting relationship with their father. Okay. I don't believe that at all. I believe they don't feel for each other. I think if she was still in a good place with Ink and they still wanted to have this relationship, she would say screw Gordon and screw those kids. Sorry. Like there's nothing authentic about Mia. A lot of us are over Mia. I'm only mentioning her because we were talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, but Mia, bye girl. I feel like now I understand why Giselle responded the way she did in recent interviews. It's like we're over Mia. Cause God only knows what else played out. Well, we do know what else played out. Apparently, she called Giselle's daughters whores. Who was? Yeah, I'd be done with her too. I would be done with her too. Teresa says, I'm with Kempire. I don't believe none of what Mia Beeline is saying. Yeah. Guys, we have almost 900 of you here for our special New Year's Day live, just going through some of the biggest, highest, and lowest moments of 2024. I know right now it feels like there's a lot of lows. Yeah. But we are all here still. So to me, that's the highest of the highs. We are still here. We survived a pandemic. We survived wars. We survived natural disasters. We're still here to talk about it and kiki about it. Okay, let me look at my list. We also recapped Quiet on Set. Someone mentioned it yesterday, and I was like, well, did it have the impact? And I was like, you know what? It did have the impact. We literally did multiple lives talking about that docuseries and talking about a lot of, it wasn't my generation, but a lot of your generations that grew up watching Nickelodeon and some of what was playing out in front of our eyes and how that started a conversation in 2024 about that era of television and people not protecting children. Okay, so Quiet on Set, for those that didn't watch it, it's definitely worth a watch, and then watch our recaps of it here on the Kempire YouTube channel. Shameless plug, but it is what it is. Okay. So I had that on the list. I also had, in regards to like trending topics, the word demure, which has existed forever, became a popular, very demure, very cutesy. It was one of the biggest moments of 2024, which made that content creator a huge, and make all kinds of coin from it. So that I had to add that to the list. Speaking of not so demure, Mayor Eric Adams was indicted here by the Southern District of New York, but he's still gallivanting around New York like he's not indicted. 2025 is the year of his of the mayoral election. Okay, so if you're in New York, run. No, run for mayor, because anything is better than him. Anything is better than him. Okay. Sidebar. Speaking of New York, I didn't watch Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen's. I was watching ABC. I did end up going to that, but I saw a clip where Andy asked, what's his name? The producer. OMG. Diplo. There we go. All right. Elephant brain's working. Okay. Diplo. He asked him about, when was the last time that you were tripping off of LSD? He's like, right now. So everyone's having a reaction like, what are we doing? Like, where are the lines? And not those type of lines either. Like, where are the lines in regards to what we can discuss on national television? Clearly, the CNN broadcast is not for children. I feel like all the other broadcasts you can have your children watch. CNN's, you can't. You still can. L. Singleton, oh, wow. I have to highlight this. L. Singleton says, I still like Eric Adams. His confidence is attractive. What about him stealing? Allegedly. What about him being influenced by a foreign agent? Look, not judging L. Singleton, we listen. No, it's 2025. We listen and we judge. Okay? It's 2025. We listen and we judge. Okay? Okay. Anyways. So we had that moment. Okay? What else did I want to talk about? I have so many things on the list. Well, I will say this. This is literally just in the words of very recent, we had Brangelina. Brangelina, meaning Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, just finalized their divorce after 8 years. 8 years these two have been divorcing. I guess you know what? The way your relationship started, that was like the karma. And look, there are plenty of people that I guess I don't know about plenty, but there are people that get into relationships that were extramarital affairs and they're still going strong. Okay, they found their person. Their person was someone else's husband, but okay. But this situation took them 8 years to finalize their divorce, which you wouldn't think that it would take that long when you both have money. It's like, why are we fighting? Like, why? What are we trying to hold on to? Well, they finalized it. Creme Brulee says Brad Pitt is cute. Brad Pitt is cute. Yeah, after that surgery, like take a look at some of those photos of Brad Pitt before his recent facelift, allegedly. It's good work though. When I'm sagging and looking like he was, I'm gonna find that same surgeon. Look, I was like, oh, that's some good work. And I'm not saying that Brad Pitt wasn't sexy back in the day. He was, but then he had a moment where he was like, not. Okay. Emily says, Kempire, I was letting my 6-year-old watch because it was going to be 11 where we live. Had to turn it off. I was annoyed by CNN last night. It makes me wonder if other parents complain because honestly, when you look at the New Year's Eve celebrations across all the networks, a lot of them are kid friendly. None of them are really not kid friendly. I have to say CNN has leaned into not being so kid friendly. I don't know if they put a warning before that. I mean, it is on cable, but I was like, there were a few moments that that people are highlighting from that. But CNN might be like, they're talking about us. They're not talking about those other networks. Okay. Fine. Joe, thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, don't forget you can also support just by liking today's special live video. Joe, thank you for the super chat. Joe says, Joe's the epitome of demure and mindfulness. # goals. Joe who? You? Are you talking about yourself in the third person? I like call you Carlos, okay? Speaking of Carlos, for those that didn't, we definitely had. I had. This has to be a part of our list of the year. I know some of you don't even watch the show Bell Collective, but you saw the moment because I've posted about this moment when Keisha Cologne went on Carlos's YouTube channel and quit on air and had Carlos' face cracked. Like, what? Then yesterday, the news came out that So Gucci also quit the show, and a lot of you pointed out something really interesting that you don't see a lot of reality TV stars leave Bravo, but we're noticing a trend of a lot of reality TV stars leaving OWN. So people are speculating that the checks over at OWN must not be that great for people to just be like, yeah, this is not worth it. Okay. Yeah. Look, yeah. So we had that moment. That was an interesting moment for HFG says Carlos froze. We all did. We were like, because she even emphasized the fact that she got her pickup letter. So it was sort of like, yeah, like this is the moment. You're getting shook. We're all shook. I don't think any of us saw that coming. You know what? Lady Rita says, poor Carlos, he's still on the toilet. You know what? I think he's fine. Okay. Since we're talking about reality television, Vanderpump Rules. It was announced that Vanderpump Rules was getting a full-on reboot. All right, full-on reboot. We had that news come out that they're getting a whole new cast. Did they announce that Lala and Sheena were going to the Valley, or was that just in my head? or was that just in my head? It might have been just in my head. Okay. But we also had the news that James Kennedy was arrested for DV, only for us to find out, if you saw the police report, that apparently he lifted Allie up in the air and threw her to the ground. Like, she told that to the police. Okay. Only for his exes to come out like, we've been trying to tell y'all about him for so long. Has LVP come out and released a statement at all? Has Bravo released a statement at all? I mean, what I can definitely tell James Kennedy, Bravo is not going to touch him with a 10-foot pole right now. They're not going to touch him with a 10-foot pole, which I know that's probably a lot of those Bravo celebrities rely on those checks. And I already knew we were going to see a lot of stuff come out after they announced that Vanderpump Rules wasn't coming back. We saw that Schwartz and Sandy announced that they're closing, or they're closed now. They had a lot. I should have went that day when I had my LA show. Everybody went to Schwartz and Sandy. I guess I didn't miss much. It's closing. Fine. All right. Okay. Ashanti and Nelly. They were already in a relationship, but didn't they get married this year? I know they had a baby this year. I don't know if did they ever confirm that they got married? But I think we can pretty much confirm that they're married, right? But they look very happy. They look very, very happy. But they did welcome a baby this year. So congratulations to Ashanti and Nelly. For those that were, Kempire, where's the good news? Okay, Ashanti and Nelly. Remember, they dated each other years and years and years ago. Only for them to find each other again in the last couple of years. And here they are. Mr. Melanin Magic, no. I like my brain cells. Oh, and N-Dub went there. N-Dub went to the LA show. N-Dub says it was dead, Kempire, per usual. That's why it closed. In regards to Schwartz and Sandy. Y'all could have just had a drink at the Bourbon Room, okay? They had a full-on bar there, okay? But I get it. It's the whole process of like, oh, we went to a show here. Now we're going to go for a drink somewhere else. Fine. Dainty Bella, no, we didn't, but we're about to. She's on my list. Risa Tisa, first of all, I'm so happy for Risa Tisa because we see so many people have viral moments, but the way that she was able to take Who the F Did I Marry, turn that into a 50-plus part series on TikTok, only for her to turn that into securing a deal with talent agencies and managers, and now turning that into a series with Natasha Rothwell, one of my faves, who's also on the new season of White Lotus. She was already on one of the other seasons, but she's going to be on the new season. Risa Tisa, if you follow me on TikTok, we had a moment. Shakira says that Ashanti's pregnant again. That's the rumor. I don't know. If she is, I don't blame her. And look, good for her. But congratulations to Risa Tisa. I love how she was able to turn that viral moment into an actual, like, a dream and an inspiration for a lot of people that have been through some of the things that she's been through. Like, she's gone on to do so many things. I love how she's been able to transition from that story to other things. I can't wait to see the series as well. All right. Oh, Teresa says, Kempire, talk about Traders winning the Emmy for being so good. Yeah, they did a really good job. Don't forget the news. Wait a second. Someone told me that the first two episodes of Traders was going to come out on Peacock. Did that happen, or did they make that up? You know, some people just come on the internet loud and wrong. Did that happen? I didn't check. Can someone check Peacock? Because the new season is supposed to come out, what, January 9th or something like that? Winter said, where is it streaming? Where's what streaming? The Risa Tisa story is not out yet. We probably won't, I don't know if we'll even see that in 2025. I guess they have to develop the script. I know that Natasha Rothwell is going to be producing it. Congratulations to her. She had a really good series on Hulu as well with Natasha Rothwell this past year. Okay. Let me see. Oh, damn. I forgot that was this year. How did we forget this TikTok? Y'all were supposed to help me put my list together. Elsington says a Rihanna Super Bowl performance is worth discussing. That was earlier this year. But there was a lot of stuff that happens at January and February that we just don't remember. But yeah, that was Rihanna. And Rihanna had another baby. She announced it at the Super Bowl. Patricia says, I still haven't watched any episodes of Traders. You're missing out. Go watch it today. You have time. Look. Okay. Damn, you're right. It was Usher. Why y'all lying? Why y'all all up in here lying? It was Usher this year. Damn, Usher. Gigi says 2024 was a very long. Don't mess up my list, y'all. If you haven't fact checked what you're posting in the comment section, please. Like, I'm here live. I can't be like Googling and schmoogling. But I was like, oh wait, that was it. No, that wasn't. Please fact check before you start writing anything in the comment section. Arturo says it wasn't memorable. You mean Usher's performance? Damn. Oh wait, let me look at the poll. We didn't even look at the poll. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, let me look at the poll. So, the results of the poll with over 313 votes. Which team are you on? Team Remy or Team Papoose? 70% are Team Papoose. 70%. All right. Okay, someone just voted for Remy. 30. Oh, wait, it's back to 70. Okay, 70%. I'm ending the poll. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Okay. All right. Thank you, Stephanie, for the reminder. Don't forget to watch the Luther Vandross documentary on CNN tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Thank you, Stephanie, for the reminder. I need to see if I can record it because I probably will forget. Drea, thank you so much for the super chat. Drea was on our live last night. Carlos is so annoying in that voice. Damn. Thank you, Veronica. People always see, didn't I just say people in the chat loud and wrong? I'm like, yeah, it was Rihanna this year. No, it wasn't. It was Usher. Some of you might say it wasn't memorable enough. Dr. Payne, thank you for the super chat and for the reminder. She is on my list, Princess Kate, Princess Kate Gate. That ended up being. We never covered all the rumors and the conspiracy theories on why Kate Middleton was missing, only for her to come out and reveal that she was battling cancer. Okay. But there were people speculated that she wasn't alive anymore, that she got a BBL. Like, yeah, there were all kinds of crazy speculations on Kate Middleton. Then poor woman who's dealing with first of all, cancer and probably just figuring out her life with the children and things like that and how she's going to tell the children, was forced out there to do a video letting us know about her cancer treatments. But word on the street, all is good. Deborah says the disappearance of Kate Middleton and Prince William's new beard. Okay. Okay, let me go back to my list. Let me see what we didn't talk about. Because I'm leaving some of the bigger stories towards the end. Damn, we've been talking for like an hour and a half. Oh, no, an hour. I forgot I was late. Like an hour and 10 minutes. Shut up. All right. Exactly, JJ. Look, this is on my list, JJ. J.I. says, yes, Megan sending Nicki Minaj into a 7-day rant was very memorable. Yeah, when she put out that rant and she said, you lied on your dead mama. That was this year. Nicki Minaj versus Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion continued to have an amazing 2024, though. She had a great sold-out tour. She had all kinds of deals and opportunities and a new album. I mean, the situation with Tory Lanez continues. She's suing a blogger. She's trying to get a restraining order against Tory Lanez. So that situation continues. But overall, Megan Thee Stallion had a fantastic year musically and professionally. Lizzo didn't have the best year. You remember she was sued for a hostile work environment. I believe that lawsuit has been since dismissed. I don't know if she's facing additional lawsuits. She did do an interview with Keke Palmer talking about how hurt she was that everyone just automatically believed the press, the bad press about her. So Lizzo didn't have the best year when it comes to, her profession when people talk about her. But she's been working out and she looks great. I'll give her that. Justin Timberlake was arrested for a DUI. Yeah, I talked about that at one of the Kempire After Dark live shows. The New York show, I talked about that. All right. Robin says that was last year. It's 2025 now. All right. T says the Queens of R&B tour did great too. Number 4 tour. I'm sure they did. I didn't know that they were the number 4 tour of 2024. All right. Wasn't Beyonce in tour in 2024? Wasn't Taylor Swift had an amazing year? I still don't believe her relationship with Travis Kelce. I still don't. I don't care what y'all say. I still don't believe that relationship. Yes, Catherine Glorilla had an amazing year in 2024. Martha Stewart, Chelsea says Martha Stewart is still thriving. I enjoyed her documentary. I don't feel like a lot of people talked about her documentary enough in 2024, but maybe they will in 2025. She didn't like the documentary herself, though. Okay. El Singleton says, can we please discuss the big year Mr. Ozempic is having? Okay. Yes, we got to talk about Benefort 2.0. We had them reunite only for them to get divorced shortly thereafter. How long were they married for? I don't remember at this particular way. It wasn't a long time. Mind you, they were engaged before. And then they reunited years later for Benefort 2.0. And now they're not even officially divorced yet. But Jennifer walked up to the courthouse because, she's been divorced so many times and filed the divorce papers herself. Okay. All right. So Bennifer 2.0, it's over. Jennifer has not sat down since, though. I need Jennifer Lopez. I need for you in 2025, take off. You don't need to work. You don't need to be on the red carpet. You don't need to do anything. And I get it. She probably has done already movies in 2024 that will be coming out in 2025. You can skip. Well, I guess she's contractually obligated to do promotion for it. But other than that, you don't need to come out the house. Do what you said you were going to do in your statement before, that you were going to just be with your children. It didn't feel like you did any of that. Thank you, Breon. Breon says the first 7 minutes of Traders is available. You know what? If I can't rely on you guys with valuable information and citing your sources, because someone on TikTok last night said the first 2 episodes of Traders is going to be dropped at midnight. Lies. Look. Lies. Come on. Anyways, thank you, Breon. Look, thank you. All right. Let's talk about sports. For those that are just joining us, we are celebrating the highs and lows of 2024. Okay? For me, all of them are highs because none of them are my story. Okay? Anyways, Facebook, hold on. Jamita says she's addicted to fame. Speaking of J-Lo. It feels that way. She's also a Leo. Sorry, Leos. I have a Leo moon. Calm down. Okay. Okay. Sports. Let's talk sports. Travis Hunter, congratulations on your Heisman Trophy. Get rid of that girl. Okay. Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese. I feel like the WNBA. Remember, I'm a man of a particular age. Not that old. Calm down. But I remember when no one was really talking about women's basketball. But to see women's basketball now seemingly getting on the same level as the NBA, I'm happy for these women. In the New York team won, right? The New York Liberty, we won. Oh. No, sorry, Knicks. Sad. All right. Caitlin Clark was the MVP of the year, right? Was she? No, she wasn't. It was someone else. See, I go messing up my sports. Look, here I go messing up the sports. Veronica's the Dodgers. We don't speak of them. We don't speak of the Dodgers. Okay. Patricia says I'm a Leo count. Okay. Romo says KSPN. Scotty says I was born in 94. I had a Rebecca Lobo jersey. Okay. Hazel says Liberty all day. All right. End up says Las Vegas Aces. No idea. Elsa says I'm still rooting for the Knicks. That's got to be a sad situation over there. Look, when they win, I will be rooting for them too. Okay. Wait a second. Miss B says that Deion Sanders, he plays football, right? Well, used to. Now he's a coach, right? Look at me. Come on, Deion Sanders swerved his ex-wife on the field. Oh, I didn't see that. Paulette, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate it. Wait, no, super chat. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rahina, thank you so much for the super chat and always supporting the channel. We appreciate you. Happy New Year, Kempire. I'm coming to your show. Of course, I didn't expect anything less. No plan. Bring the hubs with me. I can't wait to meet him. We are excited. Date night, you know it. I wouldn't miss it. And if you missed it, guys, Rahina called in. We did a special date. That's one of the things that we did in 2024, and I expect to do more of it in 2025. We did a special dating and astrology. We were talking mostly dating, but we mixed in astrology, talking about astrology and our signs and things like that live. So if you missed it, you can listen to it on the Kempire podcast, but you can also watch it on our YouTube channel. So for those that may have missed it. And Rahina called in. Thank you, Rahina, for the super chat. End-Up, thank you for the super chat. End-Up says, isn't it wild that we haven't mentioned the Kardashians once? That's why Kim dropped the scary music video, Christmas music video. Shout out to Northie. Look, they definitely were prevalent in 2024 for a variety of different reasons. Kanye as well, but we don't even talk about Kanye over here anymore. We put him on an indefinite timeout. We talked about him briefly in 2024. I hear he lives in Japan now. I can't blame him though. Japan's cool. Mind you, this time last year, I was celebrating in Kyoto, Japan. I was ringing a bell. I still have video footage. I was ringing a bell in Kyoto at a temple. And then when I was making my way back to my hotel, all you could hear, instead of fireworks, because all I heard was fireworks here in New York, all you could hear were bells ringing out Kyoto. I was like, that's really cool. I had a great time in Japan. Shout out to Japan. I spent Christmas and New Year's in Japan last year. Next year, I'm going to be out. Because this year, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not. Everyone's like, what's your plans? What's your plans? I was like, I don't know. I'm usually not here. That's usually my plan. Not being here in New York. But it's okay. I was in London for Christmas. Well, not for Christmas, but for, during the Christmas season. So that was my trip. Okay. Even though I was working. Fine. Okay. Rahina says, not a big fan of the Kardashians. I think we're starting to see the lull in the interest in when it comes to the Kardashians. And I think the Kardashians they leaned into the oversaturation of their brand, and now people are just tired of them. They still make tons of money, but I think people are just generally tired of them. I didn't watch that video that Kim put out. I just saw the news reports on it. I was like, I don't need to see that. That's weird. It's whatever. But is it over for the Kardashians? You guys let me know. Again, if you're part of the replay crew and you missed this, I understand you're probably still recovering from your night out, all right? Sunchira says, Japan, you must be rich, Kempire. Excuse me? Japan is not that. I mean, Japan's expensive, but, it's not that expensive. You could go to Japan. It's probably the flight's the most expensive part. Honestly, but if you book it and you go a certain season, you really don't pay that much either. I did a whole video talking about my Japan trip. You can watch the video on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel, or you can listen to it on the Kempire podcast. But the YouTube channel, I actually put videos from my trip in there. That's not heard on the podcast version. Let me say thank you, Tina. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tina says J-Lo was exposed for not being from the block. You're right. J-Lo pretty much had not the best 2024. Her marriage is over. And then it felt like everybody had a J-Lo story. Well, J-Lo got rid of the Virgos. Remember that story? Allegedly. The people that were auditioning, and she came in and she was like, anyone here a Virgo? And she got rid of all the Virgos. Relatable. No, I'm playing Virgos. I'm playing. She got rid of all the Virgos. And then all these other stories about, remember we even did a TikTok video where one of the singers that sang on her project said, I was the one singing. J-Lo really wasn't singing. And then she sang for us. You remember that happened this year. Ken says that J-Lo had a terrible year. She did. Look, she did. Woo, 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 J-Lo. Woo, woo, woo. You know who had a fantastic year? Kendrick Lamar. Right? Kendrick Lamar had a fantastic year. Not only will he be the Super Bowl halftime show, he also has a hit album, a hit song, multiple Grammy nominations. I forgot who said it. Someone said it, but they said he's going to win all of his Grammy nominations this year. Not like us. He won that battle against Drake. Let's talk about that battle. That battle between Drake and Kendrick. I know Drake is now, woo, 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 Drake. That's why I'm wearing the hat. It's for you, Drake. I'm wearing that. Look, this is dusty. Y'all didn't even tell me it was dusty. What kind of friends are y'all? No. He won. That was an incredible battle. We had some great music that came out between Kendrick Lamar and Drake at the time. I mean, Kendrick won. The Not Like Us pretty much put the nail in the coffin. But I still feel like that was a monumental moment for hip hop. And I'm not even a hip hop head like that, but that was a monumental moment for hip hop. But then Drake kind of fell out sad. Drake is suing the label, saying that they hyped up that song Not Like Us. For me, Drake making these accusations against the label said to me that you knew that they were doing this before, but they used it against you. Spotify has come out and said that we did not do that. That is a reach, Drake. I also said that it was a reach. Everybody loves that song, Not Like Us. I was just listening to it again the other day. I'm just saying. So the Kendrick Lamar, this was 2024 was his year, but the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef was definitely another monumental moment of 2024. And I'm guessing it's not going to be over. You do believe that Kendrick Lamar will perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, right? Just saying. Okay. We had that moment. Let me see. I'm trying to think of all the other moments that I wanted to. Okay. Since we're talking about a Super Bowl, this just happened last week. Beyonce. So Beyonce had a hell of a year. We can't deny that Beyonce had a hell of a year. Let's give it for Beyonce, Queen Bee. All right. Come on, give it up. She had a hell of a year. I mean, we got the Cowboy Carter album. We had a performance during Christmas. And one thing that we didn't talk about when we talked about the Beyonce Bowl is now I believe, you know how normally we always have the Super Bowl and that's the big performance. Now I feel like we're going to have a Super Bowl-like performance every Christmas. That's what I feel like. All right. So I literally had that thought the other day and I was like, wow, I think now this kind of opens it up for other artists to do this sort of Christmas bowl for the NFL, because now Netflix is trying to do more of their live streaming events. Well, speaking of 2024, Netflix, woo, 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 the whole Mike Tyson fight with Jake Paul. Okay, here we go, KSPN. People had so many problems with the streaming that they were worried that the Beyonce Bowl was not going to work. Some people still complain about buffering. I didn't have an issue, but Beyonce was the best part for me. Beyonce was the best part of that, whatever that was supposed to be, the football game. 2 football games they had that day. So the Beyonce Bowl was fantastic. It was the first time that we got to see Beyonce perform songs from Cowboy Carter. We also found out that she has an announcement coming this month in just 2 weeks. She has an announcement. A lot of people are speculating, it's Act 3, it's Act 3. No, it's a tour. If it's Act 3, I will come on here and say I was wrong. I'm not eating a pigeon. I'm not doing none of that. I will just come on here and say I was wrong. However, I definitely don't think it's Act 3. I don't think it's Act 3. Anyways. So many super chats. Hold on, let me say thank you. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie says, thank you, KSP. And Caitlin single-handedly brought back the WNBA. She broke 66-69 records as a rookie. Nobody moved the needle but her. She's on the cover of everything and deserved every award. Iowa grad. Okay. Again, I don't follow. I just know the names. I don't know if that's true. I'm going to just nod my head and like, oh, okay. Dr. Payne, thank you for another super chat. Dr. Payne says, I just started listening to Kendrick, and it's his greatest album. What was the hate for Bad Boys 2 this year too? No, I watched Bad Boys 2. Boys to Men. Why am I thinking Bad Boys? But Bad Boys was a good movie this year. Was the hate for Boys to Men this year too? Was it this year? Was it this year? I don't know. I mean, they did announce this year that Boys to Men biopic is coming. Paulette, thank you for the super chat. Paulette says, I'm a Virgo. Ascendant? That's probably why I annoy Kempire. Who said that you annoy me, Paulette? Did you do something to annoy me? Look, did you do something to annoy me? I don't recall. I don't remember. Look, I don't remember. Justin Bieber had a baby in 2024. I feel like no one talks about that. I don't even feel like they even talked about when Hailey was pregnant. Like, we found out she was pregnant, and then all of a sudden she had a baby. So I was sort of like, oh. So Justin Bieber became a hot topic because, I mean, it's Justin Bieber, but then Diddy got arrested, and then all of the Diddy stuff started coming out. All right, let's get to the big stuff of this year, okay? So some of the biggest stories, since we talked about Beyonce had a huge year, okay? Cowboy Carter came out. She did her Christmas Bowl. She's about to announce a tour, okay? People still criticizing Blue Ivy, and every time you criticize Blue Ivy, I feel like she becomes out bigger and better. Shout out to Blue Ivy, okay? Jay-Z. Jay-Z was named in one of the Diddy lawsuits. Since then, Jay-Z has been coming back at Tony Busby on social media. And mind you, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they never respond to anything. And they responded to this. But before we even get to the top stories of 2024. So Jay-Z responds, and Jay-Z had filed a lawsuit as a John Doe against Tony Busby. As you know, we've done multiple videos, even up until yesterday, give you an update on Jay-Z fighting this case. I will point out the alleged victim did admit to many inconsistencies in her story, but she still said that Jay-Z was there with Diddy, R-ing her when she was just 13 years old. Okay? Now, Jay-Z's attorney is trying to get a technicality to get this lawsuit dismissed. Right before this, the judge says Jay-Z's legal team needs to stop filing all these combative motions and said that you're wasting our precious time, basically. So Jay-Z is going into 2025 with this lawsuit still ongoing. I think he thought that he could get this dismissed. It's not. It's not. But we can't talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce without talking about Jaguar Wright. Hold on. Yes, Jaguar Wright has to be a part of the 2024 conversation. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if we don't believe her all 100%. She is definitely an important part of 2024. Look, she's been talking for years, but 2024 saw that she was on Piers Morgan. Everybody was mentioning her. Everyone was saying that she is right. She was right. She was right. People mention her name along with Cat Williams. So if we're going to mention Cat Williams at the top, we got to talk about Jaguar Wright. Talking about that nasty little couple that does nasty things. We can't talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce without talking about Jaguar Wright. The same way we can't talk about the diddler, okay? So, Jaguar Wright had a big year. She's been on many platforms, especially on YouTube. She's been on her own socials talking about all the stories and all the speculation and conspiracy theories, which led to her getting an opportunity on Piers Morgan, which led to the first time we saw Jay-Z and Beyonce respond to Jaguar Wright, but they responded to Piers Morgan with a threat of a legal letter from his attorney, Alex Spiro, who, as you know, is defending him in this situation with Tony Busby. But, you know, look, I know I should. Keep Potato says, make that a sound, Kempire. The nasty little couple that does nasty things. I mean, I'd much rather her voice do it, but. So we had that. We did have that. Jaguar Wright definitely was an important part of 2024. No matter if you believe her or you don't believe her, she definitely, to the point where people started mimicking her, like making like comedy sketches mimicking Jaguar Wright. Honestly, if Jaguar Wright is mimicked on Saturday Night Live, then she's truly made it. She's truly made it. But we shall see. We shall see. Before we get to some of the other top stories, guys, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. This is our highs and lows of 2024. I know we are probably going to miss a lot, but if we have, be sure to share them in the comments section. I look forward to hearing about your own personal highs and lows of 2024 and what you're looking forward to in 2025. For those that are in the live chat, be sure to let us know what you're looking forward to in 2025. I'm looking to continue our tour. As I mentioned before, we have 2 dates coming up in January and February in Washington, D.C. and New York. I'm looking forward to continuing creating more here in regards to the community. We hit again 500,000 subscribers here on the YouTube channel. We hit quite a few followers on TikTok. Those of you who follow us on Twitter and on now Blue Sky, that was also a huge moment for a platform. Blue Sky had hit just a few weeks ago 20 million new users. That's huge because a lot of people ended up leaving Twitter. But who predicted it? Just call me Jaguar. I told you, now everybody's running back to X. Just saying. Now everybody named Mom is running back to X. LC Charm, thank you so much for the super chat. LC Charm says, Caitlyn did show off and she gave all props to the Black women that paved the way for her, acknowledged her privilege, and had a lot of MAGA mad. Thank you, LC. I forgot about that, and you're right. You're right. You're very right about that. And shout out to Angel Reese because although I know people said that Angel Reese didn't have like the best athletic season, she was one of the people that brought a lot of attention to women's basketball, even before she joined the WNBA. I knew that much. I knew that much. So let's give credit where credit is due. Okay. All right. Anyways, why is she doing a podcast though? I don't understand that, but here we are. Everybody and their mother did a podcast. I hope that no one decides to start a podcast in 2025. Let's do something different and innovative in 2025 instead of a podcast. Can we? I just feel like podcasts are oversaturated. And that's the thing. A lot of people that started podcasts in 2024, you're probably not going to see them in 2025. But probably a lot of podcasts that ended. No, not a lot, but well, yeah, there were quite a few well-known podcasts that announced that they were ending in 2024. All right. Speaking of endings, TikTok was officially banned legally, and it's supposed to happen this month. Donald Trump has backpedaled on banning TikTok. But that is supposed to happen this month. But that was a big story of 2024, that it was officially announced that TikTok would end unless they would sell the company. Okay. But we don't know. I don't know at this particular point if TikTok will actually end. It seems as if there were threats of it ending. We moved forward. It seemed like everyone was on the same page, everyone meaning in the political sphere. But no, it looks like TikTok might be around. We won't know. We have 18 days to figure it out. 18 days to figure it out. All right. Anyways, what else was on my list for 2024? Wendy Williams. We cannot talk about 2024 and not talk about Wendy Williams, okay? So Wendy Williams was a big part of 2024. Her documentary came out in February of last year, Where is Wendy Williams documentary, which sparked many lawsuits and conversations since then. Kelvin Hunter has been suing, trying to have his spousal support reinstated, even to the point where he was like, she wasn't honest about how much money she actually had. Now I need to say that our divorce is null and void. So are we married again? I don't know if that ever went anywhere. He's still fighting to have his spousal support reinstated. We ended up learning more about Wendy Williams drinking in the Where is Wendy Williams documentary, but we also learned more about what was going on in regards to her guardianship and how many leeches she had around her at the time. Since the documentary, it seems as if things have been somewhat quiet on the Wendy Williams front, besides Sabrina Morrissey, her guardian, suing A&E Networks and Lifetime for the documentary because it didn't make her look great. It didn't make her look great. As you know, in the last few weeks, we saw that Wendy went down to Miami to be with her son because he graduated college. We hear that Kevin Hunter Jr. wants to go on to law school. I'm sure this situation inspired that. I see that Tommy her brother has decided to go back on YouTube and start spilling the beans. Here's the thing. I don't trust Tommy. I see Tommy is selling t-shirts, free Wendy. No, I'm not sending you a coin because I don't believe that this money is going to fight for Wendy's freedom. So Tommy, something shaky about Tommy. We're gonna stick with Alex, her niece, and her son Kevin. Tommy, something shaky and shady about you. So no, thank you. But we do believe that this whole guardianship situation needs to be revisited and reviewed in 2025. Joy says Tommy's selling t-shirts. I see all things. I was like, no, he's not selling t-shirts. Where's that money going to, Tommy? Where's that money going to? Unless Kevin Jr. posts that on his Instagram, I ain't buying a t-shirt from you. All right, Tommy? Exactly. Hey Zay, hold on. Ooh, missing your comment. Hey Zay says, Wendy didn't trust Tommy either, seems like. She didn't. Remember she read him for filth on her own daytime talk show at the time? Remember that? Speaking about daytime talk, a non-mother effing factor in 2024. None of the talk shows on daytime right now move me. There's none that I watch religiously. I used to watch The View back in the day. I haven't watched that religiously in a long time, since maybe during the pandemic. Yeah, like none of the shows are really hitting like that for me. I think Sherry does a good job. I mean, she's better than most of the ones that are currently on. I don't really love J Hud's show. I like her Spirit Tunnel. That's about it. But we know that's just a viral moment. That's not the show. Tamron does a good job. I still need her to fix the coloration of the situation. Why is it every time I watch the show it looks yellow? Well, look, it looks like a tint of yellow. I'm like, what's that about? Anyways, so yeah, daytime talk. Drew is still infringing on people's personal space. Some of y'all were talking about Kamara, his show, and I haven't watched that. I don't know if it's any good, so I can't even tell you. What else is on? The Talk has been since canceled. There's going to be that new black soap opera that's going to replace it. Look. Anyone watching, what is it, Kelly and Mark? Okay. Gigi says that Drew is too touchy-feely. Like, I feel like that's... Julie says, Drew is boring. Stopped watching a long time ago. Yeah. Daytime talk is not what it used to be. And look, I'm not even comparing it to like a Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams was in a league of her own, but there was a time where we had actually quality people on daytime talk. And it feels like we really are not in a great place. Patricia says, I like Kelly Clarkson. Honestly, when Kelly Clarkson first started, I loved her show. And I still don't mind it, but it's still not a show that I watch religiously. Because I feel like now they've sort of leaned into, let's have a viral moment with Kelly singing. Daytime talk. It's called Daytime Talk. Yeah, that's cute. Love Kelly Clarkson, American Idol, but that's not why people are watching Daytime Talk. All right? Wendy says that I missed the early 90s. I mean, the 90s in general, from music to daytime to television. There's so much on there. Gigi says, Kempire, I have space issues. Can't have someone all over me. I think a lot of people are like that. She probably asked them before now because people made such a big deal about it. She probably asked them now before she does that. Patricia says, my mom watches Kelly and Mark. Critical says, Karamo picked up the Jerry Springer baton. Look. Oh, okay. All right. Sharice says the Wendy Williams show is sorely missed. And they've been here's a shady thing, y'all. You know that they've been premiering old footage from the Wendy Williams show on her YouTube channel. Isn't Sherry's show on at 10 a.m. Eastern here in New York? They premiere it during the same time. I was like, that's kind of shady. Isn't that kind of shady? To premiere like these old Wendy Williams episodes while your other show is on air with new episodes. I was like, that's kind of shady. Just saying. Lasso says nobody can touch Jerry. I agree. I didn't know that's what they were doing, but okay. Candace says that Sherry is cool. Sherry, she's very friendly. I think Sherry's one of the better ones that are on television right now. What I will say in regards to Sherry's situation, I think the way that they handled the transition from Wendy's show to Sherry, they handled it in a very bad way. I think they could have handled that a lot better. The other thing I don't really love with Sherry is her interviews. They're kind of very like surface. They're not like, you'll have someone that's on there and there are certain questions that certain people would ask that she's just not going to ask. And I'm just like, so there are a lot of softball interviews. That's why you don't see a lot of her interviews go viral. Because a lot of the conversation is very surface. It's not in depth. It's not hard hitting. This is why I can appreciate a Tamron Hall, and that's why you see Tamron Hall's interviews clips go viral, because she's a journalist. She's going to go there with certain questions if she's going to have someone on there, even if she's friends with them. Just saying. AD says real Wendy fans don't watch Sherry. I mean, I don't watch Sherry, but I do watch some of the clips. Okay. DH says, not gonna lie, I underestimated Sherry. I wasn't really a fan, but but I like what I've seen so far. She's definitely one of the better ones that are on daytime right now. But then again, that's not saying a lot. When you think about if you had a lot of quality daytime talk shows on right now, would we feel the same? I still think she's doing a good job. We have to remember Sherry was on The View for many years. She's a comedian. She has experience. So it's not like she just kind of got this show out of nowhere. And she hosted Wendy Williams' show when Wendy wasn't on air. Julie, thank you for another super chat. She says, does Wendy Williams get paid for these shows airing? She definitely gets residuals. I mean, she doesn't have any control over her finances, but she's definitely getting residuals from some of this stuff. I mean, she should be. I'm assuming a lot, but she should be getting residuals. She was an executive producer as well. Dainty Bella, I did not even have him on the list, but I'm going to add him as dishonorable mention. Brian McKnight denying his children, his biological children. I believe that wasn't just this year, though, because I remember I was in London last year and we were talking about Brian McKnight, but he made headlines again in 2024 for making very odd comments about his biological children on social media. We also found out that Brian McKnight had a show, was it Detroit? And when it was posted, he was being dragged in the comment section to the point they canceled the show. They canceled it. So it has now, his disowning of his biological children has now affected his music career. And I don't think that he thought that would happen. I don't think that he thought that would happen. So Brian McKnight, again, we've covered him in 2023, I think even in 2022, but in 2024, there were some new moments, more specifically when it came to Brian McKnight's career that it affected his music. So that was interesting. Yeah, we definitely did some Brian McKnight stories in 2024. All right. Let me see what else is on my list. One of the other biggest stories of 2024 has to be artificial intelligence. Look, artificial intelligence has been around for a very long time, but I know a lot of you have seen that artificial intelligence, aka AI, has been implemented in a lot of different websites that you use. A lot of AI driven content is now on social media. We also saw the introduction of Apple Intelligence, where now Siri is incorporated with ChatGPT. So I have to say, I've been having a little bit of a good time testing out Siri now, because I feel like Siri is so much better now with ChatGPT than it was before as its own thing. It was terrible, and it was like 10 years old. I'm like, this thing is horrendous. Even Google and what you call it, Amazon's version of that, all did better. They weren't perfect, but they did better. And I feel like now with this new upgrade with ChatGPT, it's doing a lot better. So we saw the rise of AI. I feel like we're going to see a lot more. I love watching what AI can do, but it's also concerning because when you think about what AI is mimicking in regards to our voices, our images, there's a lot of AI-driven video content that you're seeing. One of our top stories of 2024, which we're going to lead into, there was some fake videos made of Diddy and his supposed freak-off parties and images of Diddy that people assumed were real, but they were AI. So there are some cool things about artificial intelligence, but there are also some dangerous things about artificial intelligence. So AI I'm excited about, but at the same time I'm concerned because it can really mimic your voice and your likeness. You don't know what is real now. You can see that they're mimicking people's, people that have passed on, like Whitney Houston voice in, having her do other songs that she never recorded. I mean, you could tell the difference, but you really have to pay attention in order to tell the difference. Okay. Let me just say thank you, and then we're going to move on. Julie, thank you so much for another super chat. She says, they postponed the Sugar Bowl in NOLA. Smart move. Oh, because of what happened last night? Ooh. Shout out to everyone in New Orleans. Ariana, thank you so much for the super chat. Ariana says, AI uses a lot of natural resources when researching and is bad for the environment. Only use it when necessary. Happy New Year. Well, thank you for that, Ariana. But a lot of people are using it, and it's been incorporated in a lot of apps that we use now. Meta has been using artificial intelligence. Canva's using it. Twitter is using it. There's a lot of places that are utilizing it. All right. Since we talked about that, we have to talk about one of the top stories of 2024, and that was Sean Diddy Combs' arrest. That happened in 2024. In September, it happened towards the end of the year. It was the end of last year that we saw that Cassie filed a lawsuit, a major lawsuit against Diddy, revealing the freak-off parties. Only for, in 2024, hundreds of lawsuits have since been filed against Sean Diddy Combs. His attorneys have come out multiple times and confirmed that Sean Diddy Combs denies any allegations of trafficking of minors or men or females. Okay, so that ever since that news came out where Diddy was arrested here in New York City, he has been trying to get out of jail. Only for a couple of weeks ago, we did a report where Diddy has said that he's not going to try anymore to get out of jail. Yesterday, I posted a video for those that may have missed it. They said over the holidays, Diddy had a meltdown in jail. His team are saying that that's not happening. He's strong in jail. However, he's not leaving his cell in regards to these two civil lawsuits where they need him to leave his cell to address. He's not leaving his cell. It's not leaving his cell. So Sean Diddy Combs definitely has to be one of the top stories of 2024 because it has been a story that we've covered nonstop since his arrest in September. But you would have thought that Sean would have been the number one story. No, Sean is not the number one story of 2024, at least not here on the channel or within pop culture. The number one story, can you guess who it is and who it belongs to? Luigi Mangione. Well, look, some people might argue that. Some people might argue that. But I made him the top story of 2024 because I find it so interesting that this man is accused of taking the life of the United Healthcare CEO. However, he's been turned into somewhat of a hero. So for me, the dynamics of 2024, when we talk about the highs and the lows, Luigi kind of falls sort of in that middle. And I find it so interesting. And I know people all the time make good looking people, even though they've done bad things, like, oh, he didn't mean it. However, it's a little different with Luigi. I feel as if Luigi are, people that are fans of him, not just only sexualize him, but also feel like, no, he did something great. I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying what people are saying. So much so that this perp walk was a big conversation for, again, we don't know if he did it or not. There's a lot of, information out there saying that he did do it. However, he's set to have a hearing in February. So we probably won't hear a lot about Luigi, but we have, for people that are fans of his, have heard a lot about his story and why he might have been motivated to do what he did. Look, I'm not going to say what he did was right or wrong. In the eyes of the law, if he did do it, it would be wrong. However, the dynamic, it's not so black and white for a lot of people that when we talk about Luigi Mangione, a lot of people feel like he's a hero in some sense. So this is part of the reason why I said he had to be a part of our 2024 highs and lows. He's also being represented by Diddy's attorney's wife, who is the former DA. And I also think he's a perfect transition for us to move into 2025 because this story just happened. So we're going to go into 2025 continuously talking about Luigi Mangione. All right, live chat. I'm going to drop the call link for everyone in the live chat. So if you want to call in and share your thoughts on the most pertinent things that happened in 2024, this will be your opportunity. All right, hold on. Maybe I should do a poll. I want to see what our community feels like about Luigi. Hero or foe? Look, hero or foe? Hold on. Let me first drop this call-in link. Guys, we're almost at 500 likes. Don't forget to like the video. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok, and those of you watching on Facebook, and of course here on YouTube. K-Baby says, I wish someone would interview Luigi. I think his attorneys are probably deterring him from doing any sort of interviews right now. I think if he gets off from this, then maybe. But yeah. I did see that recently we did a story talking about Luigi in the update, and his attorney called out the mayor for this perp walk. Because the mayor, if you look on the left side of the screen, you see his bald, cringy eyes back there. This big old perp walk for what we don't know. All right, live chat. We're going to drop the call link for you guys in the live chat. Thank you so much for all of the likes. Let's get to 500 likes. All right. Let me do a poll. I want to do a quick poll to see if your team, if you feel like, how should I phrase this? Let me see. Let me see. Do you think that Luigi, is a hero or I'm just going to abbreviate this word because I don't know if we can even put this in a poll. Okay. Hero. Okay. Guys, also don't forget, you can also hear a podcast version of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. Okay, hold on. All right. Let me just say something. All right. All righty then. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Ariana says whoever did it is a hero. We don't know that Luigi did it. Well, yeah, he's presumed innocent in our court of law. Okay. All right. Let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats as well, guys. Don't forget, you can also support the channel just by liking the video. Today, for those that are just joining us, we are counting down some of the highest and lowest moments of 2024. That includes your own. We want to know what was your highest moment or lowest moment, and what are you looking forward to in 2025? Okay. Ms. Parker, thank you so much for the super chat. Ms. Parker says, don't forget about the Monique debacle, Shannon Sharp interview, and the back and forth with her son. Whoa, how do we forget about that, Ms. Parker? Thank you for reminding us. It just feels like some of these stories have transitioned from year to year, but they have new chapters in each year. And you're right. We had that back and forth between Monique and her son. Her son came out on social media. He was so eloquent. Remember, he had such a beautiful, just speaking voice. We were just like, oh, tell us more. Tell us more. And he talked about his relationship with his mom. And a lot of us weren't surprised, only for, her and daddy to get up on their social media and basically drag her own son. But Monique did have a resurgence in 2024. So we had some highs and lows for Monique in 2024. Not only did she have that situation with Shannon Sharp and her son, she also went on tour with Cat Williams. She also reunited with Lee Daniels. And she was in multiple movies. She reunited with Netflix. So she had some highs and some lows in 2024, but I would probably say she had more highs than lows. What would you guys say? Oz Fly Girl, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, Kempire. Always enjoy your style and wit. Thank you so much, Oz Fly Girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to everyone that's watching from around the country and around the world. Happy New Year. Dr. Payne, thank you so much for another super chat. Dr. Payne, I've seen the CEO being compared to a serial KRR. Oh. Thank you for abbreviating that. Jamita, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate your support. Again, guys, you can just like the video, and that is supportive of the channel. But also, shout out to those of you that send in super chats, those of you that send in cash apps, Venmos, PayPals. I see that after the live. I usually have all my notifications off, so I don't see them until afterwards. So thank you for your support that way. Also, Replay Crew, thank you for your support by liking the video and sharing your thoughts in the live chat. Okay. Ms. B, some of you are just getting here, and we've talked about Cat Williams. We talked about Shannon Sharp and his situation. So you might have to scroll back. All right. No, Candace. Candace says, doesn't Monique's son have cancer? I vaguely remember him talking about his treatment. I think you're mixing that up with Brian McKnight's son. Brian McKnight's, one of his sons is fighting cancer, and that was part of the reason why people were just like, why are you talking about your children in this way? And your son is literally fighting cancer right now. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get to some callers, guys. I will drop the call link one more time for the live chat because I know it moves very quickly. But we have some people backstage that want to share their thoughts and opinions about 2024. I'm also going to drop the call link on the community tab for our members because I know some of our members rely on that as well. So let me do that. Let me do that while I go here. And please remember that the opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, TheKempire LLC, or our sponsor. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, Factor Meals, in the description for your discount. If you're looking for a way to start off the new year and actually lose some weight, this might be one of the easy ways. That's the hard part. I know people talk about working out and doing stuff like that. No, it's your diet that makes the biggest difference. And Factor has something for everyone. So check out the description for more details. All right. So if you're a member of the channel, I've dropped the call-in link on the community tab. All right, let's get backstage for everyone. We have Mel. That's up first. Mel, hold on one second. Let me just put up my disclaimer before I put anything up. Here we go. There we are. All right. Let's bring up Mel. Mel, what's going on? Happy New Year.
Hey, Kempire, happy New Year.
You too.
You know what? I have to just start this way. You know what? I have to give you this because we both live in New York City, and it is crazy. It's been crazy this year with everything. We
Oh,
just it's too graphic to go on YouTube.
yeah.
But you've come up here as a fellow black gay man, and when some of us are
Who's
in the
gay?
community,
Playing.
oh,
I'm playing.
listen,
I'm
that's not.
playing.
But anyway, but some of us be in a fetal position because of what's going on in this city, and you come up here and you do your work and you do, you give good energy, stuff like that. Sometimes I watch your shows and I'm like, how does he do it? I'm not even joking. I
Thank you.
truly, because we live in, and you come up here and you're professional. You don't bring it to YouTube. So
Thank
I,
you.
I, I have to give you that just because I've noticed that for a long time. There's crazy things that we can't even talk about on YouTube
Well,
going on.
sidebar, I mean, not to interrupt you, I will
Yeah,
point out, I mean, we briefly talked about this, about the woman that was set on fire in the train just the other day. That was also a huge story of 2024. There are a lot of stuff that we see here in New
yeah.
York City that we don't talk about, but that was definitely a story that we talked about. I'm sorry, Mel, but you were saying,
No, no, no. You're right. It's just it seems like it's always it's intense here. So you come up here and you're so positive.
thank you.
It really shows. I just like it. I like it because sometimes you can disconnect from the trauma of the city
Mm,
and then come up here and say, oh, he's here too, but yet he's focusing on positivity. So I really appreciate that.
thank
And
you.
I did use the Factor Meals coupon or the thing that you had this last year. I did use it and I enjoyed it. So I want to tell you
Thank you.
that
Thank
I
you.
did. I really did. I tried it before Thanksgiving. It was great.
Thank you.
Um, what I was going to say, you know what? Basically, what my realization from 2024 was that intuition is a really good is a really is intuition is a very real thing. I feel like for a very long time I've been feeling things. I've been talking to other people about stuff, and they kind of they put it down. They said it's not happening. The election happened, and it was a realization that everything I was worried about, the way that my communities feel, my family, my parents, or just other things, those realizations were real.
Mm,
Those feelings were very real. So I think going into 2025, I'm not going to sort of put down my intuition. I'm going to say, no, actually, I feel it. This, things that I felt before, excuse me, the things happened. I felt them first, basically.
mm,
So I felt them very strongly this whole year.
yeah.
And also the fact that we live in an X Files episode, basically, with everything in the sky,
Yes.
with just or a Stephen King movie or something, because we have this president, we have the things in the sky, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm not hopeless. I think going into 2025, it is what it is.
Mm,
I think that people should just stick to their creativity, and I think, like you said earlier, don't share with your loved ones until it really forms. I talk about this on YouTube, but I love Esther Hicks. I read many different books
mm,
of channeling, and I mean, I love it. And I'm sad I missed your astrology show because I'm really into all that because that's
yeah.
like classic Kempire. But I think in one of her books, she was like, work on your vision when you're trying to set a vision, but don't really share with people because there's an energy to that.
Yeah.
When you share with people, it may not be that they negative and trying to tear you down. It's just that you have to almost focus on it, almost like a Jedi,
Mm,
ninja. You have to focus on it, and that energy that you put into it will make it manifest. And
yeah.
your loved ones may not take you off the path, but it might weaken your intention. So you just want
Mm,
to focus on it for a very long time. And then when you get the calls coming in, the emails coming in, or whatever's coming in, celebrate. Say, hey, everything's done, signed, sealed, and let's go out and celebrate. But you don't want to talk about it when it's
early.
developing. So that
Yeah.
was a really good thing. Yeah,
Definitely.
but oh, and also when you was this show, I started my Black Eyed Peas. I'm watching you doing the peas, and so all the time when you're talking, I'm cooking while I'm watching you right now. So it's been great.
Also, thank you so much, Mel, for calling in.
Have a good happy new year, and look forward to your live streams. And yeah, it's just all much respect, all
Thank,
good vibes.
thank you, Mel. Thank you for calling in.
Okay.
All right. Also, guys, I want to know what traditions do you guys normally do for your New Year? You saw Mel said that he was doing his black eyed peas and things like that. I know what I did last night. What did I do? I did a couple of things. I do this every month though, where I blow cinnamon into my home. It's supposed to bring in abundance and stuff like that. I want to hear from you guys in regards to some of the traditions that you do for the new year. If it's doing a vision board, let us know and how you do it. Some people do a traditional one where they're taking things out of magazines and they're putting on an actual board. Some people are doing a virtual one. Let us know. We help each other in the comment section. All right, Kari's backstage. We're going to bring Kari up next. Kari, what did you want to share in regards to our highs and lows of 2024?
Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope the coin god rains down on all of you. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Yes, yes.
Um, so I just wanted to comment on the Angelina and Brad Pitt divorce
Mm.
because for people that don't follow it, in November, the judge ordered Brad Pitt to produce evidence that he did not abuse his children because that
Mm.
was like some of the allegations in the
Yeah.
divorce. And now we get to December and he's settled. You cannot like Angelina, you can love Angelina, but you can't deny that that is sketchy. You can't deny that that is weird that all of a sudden, after dragging it on for 8 years, you want to settle. I think 2024 was the renaissance of women escaping
Mm.
their abusers. I think that's what it was because we have Cassie and Diddy. Cassie coming out about her abuse. We have all of the women that came out about their abuse from Diddy. We have freaking what was that? What's that girl name that was in Diddy Kane? What's that?
Oh, Aubrey O'Day or Dawn Richard?
Yes, Arbery. We got Dawn. We got them that came out, and then you have J Lo separating herself from Ben Affleck. Kempire. All I'm gonna say is Google Ben Affleck, Rowan McGowan, and Harvey Weinstein. Google that. I have not liked Ben Affleck for years. So when J Lo got back with him, I was like, girl, you sure that's what you want to do? Now she didn't got away from him. Happy for her. I think 2025, I want to see more renaissance of women. I want to see more women being strong, standing on their own 2 feet, getting away from men that have like just trampled them and like subjected them and subjugated them. I want women to shine more. We're about to have a president that literally just got sent, well, not convicted, but he was ordered to pay 5 million to the woman that said that he abused her. That is our president. More women need to stand up. More women need to grow backbones. More women need to be for themselves. All the women out there that are listening, be for each other. When you see another woman on the street, smile at her. If you think she looks good, let her know she looks good. Empower one another, feed life into one another, because this is going to be a hard 4 years. And also, Kempire, I agree with the last caller. I love your channel. Even after you booted me off, I still can't even really be in the chat for real, for real.
Why
Like
not?
you, I think I'm still blocked with my YouTube because I be coming up on here via StreamYard using my Facebook because I still think my YouTube is having some issues over there. But I love
Mm.
your channel. I love how bright and how much of a light you are. Even when things are dark in the world, you're still trying to joke, and people might like find that distasteful. But I love that because it means that you're still trying to make us smile, even while you're delivering us something so nasty. Like I don't want everything to be just so tense and like reminding me how dark the world is. You're like a bright spot on YouTube, and I enjoy your channel. I enjoy you, and I hope you make so much money this year. Get your Oprah on. I hope you get more followers than Carlos King. I hope Carlos King production thing gets shut down because all of his cast is leaving him.
Okay,
Like,
okay, Kari. Let's start off
oh,
2025. We don't want to get a block from 2025. Come on.
sorry, sorry,
Let us
sorry,
know
sorry.
what
But
your
did you see
YouTube
that?
name.
Did you see that Gucci left?
Yes, I did. We talked a little bit about that earlier.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I hope more women leave these toxic men. That's
Okay,
all I'm
Kari,
saying.
send us an email with your YouTube name so we could double check to see if you're blocked in the chat part.
Okay, I will do that because I would love to be speaking in the chat again. And
Okay. Don't.
Kempire, I love you. I know you don't say you love us because love is stingy with you. Just like
Oh
love is
my.
stingy with you and all of those, all of the people in your sign. But we still gonna give you love, even if you ain't gonna give it to us back. Bye, y'all. Happy New Year.
Bye, Kari. But Kari can tell you, like, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get blocked here on the channel. But she worked her way back in, and here she is calling in. Okay. Oh, Archie says, wait, hold on. Thank you, Archie. Archie says, Kempire is my drug. Driving 7 hours. You helped me with the drive. What were you listening to? We did have quite a few. Like, I don't even pay attention to the amount of hours I put in just this week. So, what were you listening to? The podcast? The podcast? All right. Okay, we have a long line people backstage. So, and I haven't put the timer on. So, for those that are backstage, I haven't put the timer on. So that doesn't mean to run your mouth, okay? We have a long line of people that want to share their thoughts. And it's New Year's. Can I go hit the stair climber? I'm trying to get my fitness on too for the new year. Okay? All right. Shay's backstage. We're gonna bring Shay up next. Shay, what did you want to share?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Happy New Year,
You
Kempire.
too.
This is my first time ever calling in, and I've been following you, a member and everything. But I just wanted, yeah, first, literally first for
Wow.
anyone. So you're the first.
Thank you.
Uh, so I'm happy to say that. But I'm from Atlanta. I saw your show last year here in Atlanta. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Um, and I just find you a great spirit. Not just because you're a Taurus, also, but because you're just, I can tell you're just a genuine, wonderful person. And I just wish you all the best in 2025.
Thank you.
I think 2024 was a good year for me. It was, of course, I had its disappointments, but I think we all moved in the right direction, which is
Mm.
up. So can't you know poo poo on that too much. But I see
Yeah.
2025 being even better. And I don't really have anything else to say. Like I say, just enjoy your show. And I just wanted to call in on this new year and wish you the best and many blessings. And to please, please keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. You're doing great.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you calling in.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. Shout out to those of you that watch in the bushes. And Shay is like me. She's a Taurus, so I watch a lot of things in the bushes. I understand for those that don't want to participate in the live chat or things like that. It's fine, but I appreciate every once in a while you guys call in and like, yeah, I've been watching for a long time. Been watching in the bushes. It's okay. All right, Wendy's backstage. Wendy doesn't watch in the bushes. Wendy always calls in. What's going on, Wendy?
Yes, hi, yes, Capricorn here. Yes, yes. Birthday is Friday, you guys. My last decade's in the
Is today the
40s.
birthday?
I will be 49 on the 3rd. So yes,
Oh, on Friday.
on Friday. Yes, but I just want to say, Kempire, congratulations on your success,
Thank
especially
you.
on your live shows and everything.
Thank you.
I would say my highs would be seeing my son walk the stage of his high school graduation. And
Congrats.
I would say my low is when the Orange Man won the White House. Yeah, and so that's it. Also, I wanted to say, Jennifer Lopez, she really had a bad year last year because folks was dogging her out with her documentaries and stuff, and she was acting like she was all tough and all down to earth, and people were just calling her
Sidebar
out.
though, there were a few women that suffered a lot of like not cancel culture. They weren't really canceled, but J Lo, Blake Lively, and now Blake Lively is suing
Mhm.
Justin Baldoni, and now Baldoni is suing the New York Times for $250 million, claiming that
Right.
their article, is biased towards Blake. He First of all, Justin, you lost me with that one because I'm like, that was I feel like they were, because we read that article on live. It really wasn't a biased article. They were just laying out what was he was being accused of in this lawsuit. But anyways, there were quite a few people I felt like that kept on getting dogged out during the year. Jennifer
Well,
Lopez was
yeah,
one. Blake Lively
well,
was
she's
another.
one. And then I also think that 2024 is the beginning of the demise of the Kardashians because I'm so
Mm,
glad we have not heard anything from them. I was like, I would not even dignify my eyes to watch that Santa baby stuff. I like to say, Lord bless her heart. That's what the South say when, bless her heart. And that's it. I got to go to the eye doctor. Love you. Bye.
they eye doctors open on New Year's Day.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good. Go take care of your eyes. I went a couple of weeks ago.
All right. Happy New Year.
You too. All right, we have Tyler backstage. All Tennessee's calling in. What's going on, Tyler?
Why are me and Wendy always behind each other?
I
Because
don't
both of us in Tennessee.
know.
But I just want to say this. First and foremost, I do love your channel. I love me being a member of the LGBTQIA community. I know my voice is very light, but I am a he. But anyways, being a member of the community, it's good to see some of us get on here and not be catty. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Like, let's just stick to to the stories. We don't have to, look to throw shade at others. And it's great to see you come out here, be mature, speak about things, and no offense to some people in the community, and understand that we are men and we shouldn't offend women in certain subjects that we don't
mm,
know about, like not
mm.
to be, you get what I'm saying, because
Yeah,
certain things we shouldn't touch on because we don't understand the feeling or know.
yeah.
And so I do love those things. And 2024 to me was just a year of revealing. I mean, that's what it is. I feel Trump won because America is about to be revealed for what it is, good or bad. It is
Mm,
what it is, and we just gonna have to sit back and watch it. I don't agree with it, but hey, it's life. But that's all I wanted to share. Thank you so much for being who you are. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Tyler. Take care.
You're welcome. You too.
Bye. All right. We got a lot of our OGs that are calling in, that always call in. All right, we have Jasmine backstage. We'll bring Jasmine up next. Jasmine, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kemp. This is my first time being able to call you.
Hey. Are you off from work?
Yes, I'm off from work. But I'm also Jazzleen. So on here,
Oh.
I'm Jazzleen. So I was like, I had to call in. So thank you for taking my call. I wanted to say, first of all, my high is my son graduating as an engineer.
Wow.
That was huge. And I was able to take him to Toronto for 5 days. And that was one of our best vacations together. The low is definitely the election. And I'm honestly dreading these next 4 years. But I found your channel this year, and I think that was also a huge high. And I just appreciate the content. You helped me get through the workday, but as an empty nester, you also helped me feel connected because this community is positive, and it is a transition when your kid fully moves out of the home. And this has allowed me to feel just not so alone in this space. And so I appreciate you and this channel. I love your content. I agree to disagree in some areas, but that was what makes it good.
Yeah.
And Pisces for life. Okay. No female Pisces slander today. We're not.
No, I
having
don't.
it.
I like the female Pisces. The men that are trash.
I agree along with the Cancer man, but just wanted to say thank you for everything, and I appreciate everyone in this community.
Thank you so much. I don't know who to call you, Jasmine or Jasleen. Now I'm all confused.
Either one, I'll answer.
I'm gonna call you Jazz. All right, take care. Happy New Year. I just want to say this in regards to the next 4 years. I know the election was pretty daunting, and I said this after the election. We have to be mindful of what we speak into the world, because no matter what happens, our experience of the world is going to be so different no matter who's president of this country or what's happening around us. We have to be very mindful of that. We've been through a very similar administration before, and we made it through. Just be mindful of the words that you're putting out there. Start affirming that, you know what, this year is going to be amazing. Even if you can't think about the next 4 years, this next month is going to be amazing for me. Be mindful of that. So, because I've heard a couple of people call in and say that, and I'm like, ooh, don't say that. Just be mindful of that. Okay. All right. Let me just say thank you. Yep, I said it. Thank you for the super chat. Yep, I said it. Says the healthcare situation, dude is a hero and a nut. Damn. Two things can be true at the same time. What he did is not normal. We do not need to normalize this. Okay, I didn't even look at the poll. Thank you for the super chat. Hold on, let me look at the poll. Let me see what the poll is saying, because that will be pretty interesting. For those that haven't voted in the poll, don't forget to vote. Let me see. Oh, this is interesting. Do you think that Luigi Mangione is a hero or a... so far, based off of 257 votes, but we have quite a few of you still in here, so vote. 61% of you believe that he is not a hero. Not a hero. Okay. All right. Again, the internet sometimes feels one way, but it's interesting to see what you guys are saying here. All right. Let me scroll back down. Let me get to more of the callers. Sorry, callers. I'm just scrolling through this chat. Okay. All right. Tracy's backstage. We're going to bring Tracy up next. Tracy from Canada. What part of Canada are you calling from, Tracy?
I'm from Alberta, where we have the mountains, and it's I only know Celsius, so it's about minus 16 degrees Celsius.
That sounds cold.
Yeah. I just actually wanted to say something about the Luigi case.
Okay.
Here in Canada, we have free healthcare. So it's very interesting to hear how Americans react to that. I think in Canada and Canadians overall, we're shocked by this, and he's definitely... And I guess you might get censored. So I guess in the US, where you have to pay for your health care and prescriptions, it would come off very differently, this poll.
A good point. All right, Tracy. I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas. And I'm off to the Governor General's house. That is our New Year's Day tradition. Canada is headed by actually the King of England. And
Yeah.
so our provincial representative has an open house in their residence where you get to tour the house, have tea, coffee, and treats.
Oh, I love that. Well, have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you for taking time out. And you have bigger and better things to do, and you making time for us. We appreciate it.
Always time for Kempire.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Bye bye. All right. Oh wow. I always love that to hear what people are doing for New Year's Day, not just here in the United States, but also around the world, because everyone has different traditions. So if you're watching from somewhere else where you have even certain cities here in the United States have specific New Year's Day traditions, I know some of you are just rolling out of bed. Shame on you. What were you doing last night? Drinking? It's okay. I'm joking. I'm playing. I'm not judging. We listen and we judge in 2025. Okay. All right. We've got Kay backstage. We're gonna bring Kay up next. Kay, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. Happy New Year.
You
Can you
too.
hear me okay?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. This is probably about my third time calling in, and this time I have confidence.
Yes. Come on now.
Just wanted to say, I watch you and I do watch a lot of other channels because I like to hear other people's perspective.
Yes.
However, I notice with you, you contain it and keep your content a certain way, and I appreciate that. Doesn't mean you don't see what's happening and hear what's happening, but you pick and choose what you want to report on, which makes your content very leveled for me. So I appreciate that. My highs for 2024, honestly, is watching that Cat Williams interview with Shay Shay. I watched the whole thing and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then for the whole year, just to see things pan out, to me was hilarious.
Yeah.
Going into 2025, this is my motto, and it's been my motto since I'll say I'm about 18, taught by my grandmother and my mother. In any situation, always look for the positive and focus on that.
Yeah.
So, like the lady who called from Alberta, I'm from Canada, but I'm from Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I think for me, when I voted, I still saw that individual as as you said it, not a hero. And it's like you said, because we're coming from a different perspective.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
interesting.
grateful. And when I get exposed to seeing what's going around the world, and it is because of YouTube and the pandemic, because I was a workaholic before. So I never did YouTube until the pandemic. So it made me slow down, it made me stop, it made me think. And I'm going to be 51 in 3 months. And I'm excited for the next 49 years because I'm going to live to be 100.
Excuse me. All right, Kay.
That's all I wanted to say.
And I wish that for you. I won't be around, so.
Happy New Year, everyone.
You too, Kay. Thank you so much for calling in. Everybody in Canada is just so nice. No offense to everyone else. I love our community, but I feel like every time I meet a Canadian when I'm traveling, they're just so lovely. All right. We're going to get to some more calls. We have Toya backstage, we have Angelique, we have Barry, and we have Jenna. So those will be our last callers. If you guys are just joining us, don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. And I'm excited for 2025. What are you looking forward to in 2025? Okay. Let me know in the live chat and let me know in the comment section for the replay crew. All right. Let's bring up Toya next. Toya, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire. Happy New Year.
You too.
Thank you. Shout out to your Canadian listeners. I don't know if it's just because they have free healthcare that makes them happy. Like being healthy makes you happy too. There may be a correlation there.
You never know.
But I had an amazing 2024. And I'm feeling so great and optimistic about 2025. And I just hope that others feel good too. I saw a lot of people say that 2024 was a rough year for them.
Yeah.
So I do hope and pray that people find some personal happiness in 2025. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of it for me.
Okay,
But I did also want to say that your channel is so uplifting and positive. And even when you talk about negative things, you always you do such a great job at it. So, like the
Thank you.
previous caller said, just wanted to give you kudos on that. We do definitely enjoy your channel and enjoy being a member. And that was it. I just hope that everybody stays positive for 2025. They have a good year. They focus on things that they can control
Yeah.
and work on those things to find personal happiness. And
Amen.
even the parents out there, try to find personal happiness so that you can exude that to others, including your children.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, last year was bad for Diddy. I do want to know who Shannon Sharp is going to be interviewing next, because how he started out last year with
Yeah.
a bang.
Yeah, so
But
I'm
that
wondering
is,
too.
yes, yes, yes. But that's it for me, Kempire. Have a good one, everybody.
You too, Toy. Thank you for calling in. All right. I love that. That was a nice message. All right. Angelique is up next. We're going to bring her up. Hold on. Angelique, what did you want to share? Angelique, you're muted. There we go.
Hi, Kempire. Happy
Hey.
New Year.
You too.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, awesomeness. I guess there's a little bit of delay. So I wanted to say on the hot topics of 2024, one important one that I didn't hear you call out, I put it in the chat, is we finally were able to see regular Robin dismissed from Real Housewives of Potomac, and that made me especially happy. Um, I also think that Luigi, maybe Hero is too positive of a spin for him. However, I do consider him as a martyr.
Oh.
And I think that's the energy that a lot of us have. As a person who, like, at this moment needs to have surgery, but because of a layoff and I don't have health insurance anymore here in the USA, like, I get it. Like, I get the energy behind why someone would want to take that action. I'm not advocating for it,
No.
but I do understand it. I would say, yeah, like on a personal note, I really appreciate you and some other callers who have, pointed out that we really do need to watch our words and we need to speak positivity and just speak the life that you want to have.
Yeah.
Into this new space, because we get to create, regardless of who's sitting in the White House, who's in Congress, who's your mayor, who's your governor, we get to create. And I will tell you that as a person who is advocating hard for my sorority sister, Kamala Harris, am I disappointed that the Orange Man is going back to the White House? Of course I am. However, it's not the end of the world.
No.
And 2024 was probably the hardest year of my life personally, but some of the positive things that came out of that for me is like, I turned 50. Wasn't the happiest birthday, but I turned 50. My mom died when she was in her 40s, so I count that as a win.
Yeah.
I look at the fact that, yes, I went through a layoff in 2024. I did also get to launch my consulting practice. Am I struggling a little bit with that? Yes, but I'm learning and I'm coming, through with that. So I just think everybody needs to just take a deep breath, look at the year as a fresh set of downs. I know you don't know sports, but that has to do with football.
Oh.
And I know the shade. But if I, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, an Auburn Tigers fan, and all of the losses that my teams experienced this year, including my personal losses, if I can stay positive, then anybody can be positive.
Even I know that.
You have. Yes, you've been educated on your channel by some folks. But yes, I'm going to wrap it up and just simply say thank you for your channel. Thank you for your level of professionalism. You're one of the few people that I can come into a video, and when you say like the video, I can like the video and know that you're not going to use the N-word. You're not going to be using a lot of profanity. Your channel is clean and it's fun. And the chat is fun. And I'm so glad I got introduced to your channel this year. So thank you for all that you do. Happy New Year. Be blessed, everybody.
You too. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Angelique. We appreciate you. You're going to help a lot of people. So thank you so much. All right. I love how we're ending up these calls. All right. That's a lot of pressure on Barry and Jenna. No pressure, Barry and Jenna. Barry's going to come up next. Barry, what did you want to share?
I just wanted to share that hopefully 2025 will be the year we can lessen the slander on us Cancer men for the future. All of us aren't that bad. or at least I can speak for myself. I
Yeah,
am
Barry,
not.
you're not bad.
I'm not part of the majority of what you guys speak of. But I just want to speak into existence of centering myself and people centering themselves first. The election was just more of an eye opener for that. That I may hold community with a lot of people. That doesn't mean they hold community with me, and they don't see my existence as a priority. So I am going to focus on myself and let the people who voted for what they voted for get what they got, and not pitch a fit about it, and just try to live my life the best as I possibly can. I think it was an eye opener, and as unfortunate as it is, the best thing we can do is just live our lives and other people's lives the best as they possibly can, and just try to deal with every day as it comes. And I just want to leave a little comment about the woman who said that Luigi Mangione was a martyr. I don't know if some people really don't sit there and analyze of like how businesses are run. That CEO was not making unilateral decisions about the cost of insurances and what they're going to cover. There is a board, that there is a trickle down of like decisions that we're making, and ultimately he planned and executed and did something horrible and ultimately your people's insurances didn't change. So what did it really solve? He didn't martyr himself. He thought this was going to create some big wave or effect, and it didn't do anything. He just took someone who was married and had kids. And there was no CEO besides, unless you're like the orange person who owns his own company and it's not public, they don't ever make decisions on their own unilaterally. So when you think that he martyred himself, he did not. He didn't do anything for you. He didn't do anything for me. And I have that insurance. They're my insurance provider. My insurance did not change. So I just want to wish everyone a happy 2025. Center yourselves on whatever you can and with you first, and watch Kempire more and support the people who he slanders as cancers. That's it.
Barry, thank you for calling in. You see why I don't like cancers? I play Barry. Mind you, I have a Cancer rising, so I really can't talk too much. I have a Cancer rising, so I really can't. But anyways, and please understand, see, this is why I do like a Virgo, because no matter how much I shade them, they don't like it, but they're still here. And so are the Cancers. You saw Barry's still here. Okay. All right. We have Jenna backstage. We're going to bring Jenna up next. Jenna, what did you want to share?
Hi, and Happy New Year, Kempire. It's been a while.
I know. How you
Yes,
doing?
I've been so busy. I'm okay. But I felt some pressure being like, oh, am I one of the last callers? But you know what? After the now 5-year-old had her birthday party and I got through it, even being though I have like either neurovirus or one of the most awful cases of food poison I've ever had in my life.
No.
I survived, Jesus. I made it. So, and everybody had a great time. She had a Barbie birthday, New Year's blowout, and it was a good time. So,
Wait, it was
I
for
think
New
that
Year's?
was yeah, she's New Year's Eve baby.
OMG, so you had a party for her.
Every year, all the time. The universe knew I didn't like actually going out being with the drunken crazy people on New Year's. So they were like, here's this New Year's Eve baby. And we had a time. It was great.
Wait, and not to
I
be
had
a
somebody come
downer.
over to the house and do manicures. I'm sorry, what?
Ooh, not to be a downer. What are you going to do when she doesn't want mommy throwing her a birthday party and she wants to go out with her friends?
Don't ask me these questions because I was thinking about that last night while I cuddled with her while the ball dropped. She was asleep and I was like, I'm here with my baby. And I was like, one day she won't want to be out and be young and free. And I'm going to just have to deal with it then. I'll probably start to have game nights at the house with my adult friends and stuff like that to lessen the blow because I don't want to be one of those like empty nesters that forgets who they are and like can't like live outside of their
Or maybe
children.
there will be a Kempire cruise for New Year's Eve.
I think so. We should do that sometime. I'm basically trying to be a less toxic version of like the Gilmore Girls mother and like, have her want to be around me all the time. And so like maybe she'll want to be like one of my little besties when she's an adult as well.
I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, but that was probably my high point, and like so many things were said already by the terrific callers. Obviously, you have a fantastic channel that I love. We have a group chat going on about how we're all going to get to the live show in New York.
Oh.
So we have that in the works because I got to come see you whenever you're in the tri-state area, honey.
You've been to 3 shows.
And I think sorry, what was that?
You've been to 3 of my shows.
Yeah, I've got to keep coming back for more. So, but I think I'll put maybe. I'm gonna say the low point of my year though, because I think that's what you were asking about. I missed some of the live. I'm gonna start the Leo slander. The male Leos, the female Leos, they all trash. Except for one of my best girlfriends. I kept got an eye on her, but these Leos fit to drive me crazy. They on the list. But I think, except for that, everything's all good.
Damn, Leo. I didn't
Yeah.
say it, Leo. I have a Leo moon.
I
Okay.
said it, and I'm saying it with my chest. Y'all get it together.
Well, she'll be at the New York show, y'all. Get her.
Come find me. The only one I like right now is Barack because his birthday is the day before my mama's.
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
Leo too.
Well, didn't you also lose your job and then get a new job this year?
That was a mixed bag of crazy, but I will say to the other woman who said that she lost her job too and she's dealing with health insurance, I hope that, like, people are looking out their resources. This is me being a former social worker, once a social worker, always a social worker. If you had a job and you lost a job that carried your health insurance, go find your resources and make sure that you're getting whatever resources that you paid into. You should be able to get health insurance through the state. Sometimes state insurance is better than what you get through work. So, don't be too proud to access these resources because you paid into them. Because I know when I got laid off, like I just said, I have a child. So I was like, run me my benefits. And I got my little EBT card and I made sure we both have medical insurance. Don't be too proud to take care of your health and do what you need to do. And if anybody, needs help figuring those things out and navigating those things, I'm happy to answer questions or find a friendly social worker. They'll always help you out.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you for coming. I see you in New York in February.
Yes, turn up. All right, have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
You too. Take
Say
care.
bye. Say bye, Uncle. Bye, Uncle.
Bye. Happy belated birthday. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, Jenna. All right. All right. We're going to take one last caller. Dewan is backstage. But before we do that, guys, don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. We're almost at 600 likes. So be sure to like the video. Happy New Year for those that celebrate. But I think everyone celebrates, right? Chanel, thank you so much for the super chat. Chanel says, I would say Luigi is a vigilante or anti-hero. I love that song by Hey, wait, is it in here? Hold on. It's in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh man. Let me go back. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, here it is. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Sorry. I had to Chanel. He's a murderer and a hero of sort in a society of a government who justifies their murders. It's hard to judge. Well, this is why we're asking the question. This is why we're having the conversation. Kelly, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Miss Lovely, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate your support as well. Kelly, thank you for another super chat. Kelly says, my son is a Pisces. He works hard, takes care of his family, and is generous and is kind to all of family and friends. Just saying. Well, there's always a good one. There's always one good one. He probably has some other traits in his Pisces birth chart, okay? But I'm never wrong. I am never wrong. Okay, let me take one last caller because I need to go hit the stair climber. What time is it? It's 3:00, y'all. The day is basically over. Dewan, what did you want to share?
Hey, what's up, Kempire? How you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Happy New Year to everybody. Many blessings. I will say that, really quickly, it's almost Aquarius season. That's what I am, an Aquarius. When God put us on this planet, he said, I need overseers. I need perfect people amongst
Not an overseer.
And he dropped us down here. No, I'm kidding. But I think the low, obviously, was the election. That was the worst week of my life. I still wake up, thinking like, oh, my God, they're going to find, some votes in Pennsylvania or, they're going to, find out that there was some scam going on. It's crazy. I weep for Kamala Harris and I weep for Hillary, too. You had two qualified women, overly qualified.
Yeah.
And I think I really, really do. I think it just had to do with the fact that they're women. I'm particularly disappointed in, I think it was like 69% of Hispanic men had voted for, Donald Trump. I mean, it's like voting against their own interests. I hope that in 2025, we overcome that, that we figure out some way to align and realize that we all share common goals and interests. And so I think hopefully that's the high, is that, we overcome these obstacles. Many blessings, though, to you all. Happy 2025. Can't wait to, keep checking in with you. Can't wait to jump into Atlanta and everything. And so blessings. And I hope to see you in DC or New York. I'm trying to figure that out. So see you soon.
Thanks, Dewan. Take care. Happy New Year.
Thanks.
All right. Look, that's the best thing about this community. And I'm so glad that we still are able to take callers and incorporate the community in regards to the conversations. We've had a up and down New Year personally and professionally, but mostly up. I am so happy that we reached over 500,000 subscribers here on the channel. But more importantly, that we were able to do the Kempire After Dark, a live experience, and meet all of you, the incredible stories that all of you have shared with me. I had no idea. Like, it's one thing when we have these conversations, when you guys call in or in the comment section. But again, I don't, by the grace of God, I don't get to see every single comment because we have thousands of comments here on the channel. But the Kempire After Dark live experience really was a great opportunity for us to engage and have these conversations, and all of you pour into me. I appreciate that. There are no words. Even sometimes I still don't. It doesn't always connect for me. Like, I didn't know, and I really, really do appreciate it. And I really hope in 2025 I can really, really appreciate all of what we've already built. And I think that's so important. We work so hard to build things, and we don't take time to enjoy them. So for me, 2025 is going to be more about balance, and I'm so grateful for all the ups and downs of 2024, because not only personally, but professionally, and also within the news that we cover, because when we talk about those things, like all of you have said calling in, it leads us to a new understanding. It leads us to have conversations that we probably wouldn't have had without those negative things happening in the news. So I know more negative things will happen in 2025, but hopefully we will all make it through and keep a positive attitude and be very mindful of the words that we use, especially when we're talking to ourselves. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. Thank you to everyone that sent in a like. Danielle says, I'm here for a cruise as long as it's not Carnival. Have we met? Do I look? I've never even been on a Carnival cruise. Okay. Just no shade to those that do. I get it, but if I'm doing a cruise, it will not be Carnival. Look, sorry. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all being here. Shout out to our King's Guards. Shout out to our channel members. Shout out to our subscribers. And shout out to those of you that haven't subscribed, but you watch all the time and you rely on the algorithm to keep you all, informed. But subscribe, turn on your notifications. Make sure that you're still subscribed. Help us continue to build the community. Spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget to subscribe to the Kempire podcast. More new things are going to be coming there. And make sure you're following us on all socials. That way you don't miss out when we go live, when there's breaking news, or when we're coming to a city near you. Thank you all for being here. See you in Washington, D.C. and New York. A new year and new shows. The Kempire After Dark live experience is returning to Washington, D.C. on Friday, January 24th of 2025. I know it's going to be an interesting week, so why not unwind, relax, and have a good time with our community and me at Union Stage again on Friday, January 24th, 2025. Meet and greet tickets are still available. All the information will be available in the description. New York City, then you're up next. For Black History Month, we're bringing the Kempire After Dark live experience back to the Green Room 42. So if you want to talk hot topics and more with me, make sure you get your tickets today. But for those that can't make it to the show, or maybe you're international and you still want to view the show, get this exclusive opportunity to get the streaming option, the live streaming option at the Green Room 42 for the Kempire After Dark live experience happening on Friday, February 21st of 2025. More information on both shows will be available in the description.
Here we go now.